got Blake. I've got Jeremy. I've got 3 more people I believe are going to be showing up tonight. We're going to do what it do. We're going to talk some football, college and NFL. And if you haven't already, and even if this is after the live stream is over with, and you click on this, hit the like and subscribe, damn it, because I know we're that good.
That's right. That's right.
It's right down here. Somewhere.
How'd y'all fellas? Here we go, Mr. Roger.
Right.
House.
Made it just in time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's all we needed was one more outlaw on the panel.
I appreciate the shout out earlier, sir.
You're welcome.
Very greatly appreciate it.
I should do more of that stuff. No, you're welcome. It's all good, my friend.
Yeah, shoot. There wasn't a whole lot of good games on this weekend. I mean, I think the 2 biggest were Michigan and Iowa, and then Florida and Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
And
I told you, Florida.
Not gonna lie. I'm not complaining about the Florida Auburn score because Auburn lost. So I'm going ahead and get into the Week 6 Auburn score or college scores. This kind of surprised me. Cincinnati took and beat UCF, and they're actually ranked now. But UCF claimed the title. I mean, you see a reason why now they couldn't hang with the big fellas. Although the one year that they beat, Florida in the bowl game, that's kind of an aberration. But
hey, brother, they could kick Arkansas's ass, but they ain't saying much.
Yeah, I'm in Cincinnati, so yeah, people were stoked.
Hey, that's not something you see very often. Is a team like Cincinnati being ranked either. I mean, it's good for the school. It gives them some exposure.
Yeah, they've had a few good teams a few years ago. Not like an upper team, but they were good. They were solid.
Yeah. Was that when Tuberville was coaching them, or was that when Brian Jones or Butch Jones?
No, I mean, they had who was here? Kelly, that coached Notre Dame. He was here for a while.
Brian Kelly, yeah.
Yeah, they had one of the other guys that coached. They had a couple good coaches for a while, like 3 or 4 coaches were getting pulled out of Cincinnati. They were like a stepping stone.
Nice.
So they had some good teams for a bit.
Had number 5 LSU beating the dog crap out of Utah State. I mean, 42-6. That's the team in the SEC that scares me is LSU because they always have good defenses, and for once they found a good offense.
I'll tell you, boys, something. Do not be surprised, man. I'm going to tell y'all, Florida.
Mm-hmm. I told you about that in the last game. Remember, go back, watch your tape.
Florida looking real, man.
And I told Alan that the Chiefs were going to probably be in trouble against the Colts.
That's true. And before you get too happy on Florida, just remember they did play against Auburn, and we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later because I'm going to tell you, I told everybody Auburn was way overrated, and it played out too. I mean, it really played out.
Yes.
Yeah. True.
But what was kind of concerning for this, I mean, they beat them 42-6. I mean, they had 3 interceptions and only 1 sack. You got some offenses in the SEC that even with 3 interceptions and a sack can light you up.
Mm-hmm.
And still come back on you because they can do just as, the same thing or even better. Damn.
True.
Penn State beat up on Purdue. I think the chicken company might as well just buy them and integrate them into the corporation. Have everybody plucking chickens.
Hey, Penn State is doing as good as I've seen them in a long time.
You're not lying. I think they're better this year than they were last year and the year before, even with Saquon Barkley. I mean, they held Purdue to less than 200 yards offense. Now, in Purdue's defense, their starting quarterback did get injured, and he's out for the season. And he was lighting it up before he got injured. But
okay.
You would think they'd still be able to put up more than 200 yards of total offense. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, that game was like an old man or a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that, oh my God!
Too soon?
That's for all you
they
virgins
done took the
out
statue
there,
down. I guess it's not too soon.
for all you virgins out there, that's a sodomy joke.
Oh my goodness!
And thanks everybody for the happy early birthdays. I appreciate
happy
that.
birthday.
Yes.
What day is it?
Huh?
What day is the birthday?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
It's like I told Blake earlier. If me and the wife are able to take and spend some time together, I won't be doing a live stream. But if she, with her work and everything like that, if we're not able to take and spend time together like we're like we like to do every so often, I'll take and be on here, and I'm gonna open up to a panel and just have a birthday hangout or something.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I hope you get laid, Alan.
I do too. I'd like to play hide the sausage.
There you go.
How long you been
The
married?
longer you stay married, the less it happens. It seems like.
How long you been married now?
Oh shit! Could be 6, could be 60.
Ooh. I mean, it's different at the point. I mean,
No, it's she's a saint. She's had to put up with me, and I give y'all the best face possible. They see all the ugly warts and all that shit. I turned it off. So. Michigan and Iowa, that was a fucking snoozer of a game. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I said that was going to be upset of the week.
You did, brother. You did. I really thought Iowa was going to give them a better game than that, man.
I did too. I mean, I figured it'd be like a 21-17 or 28, 24 or something like that type of game.
Michigan's kind of like Texas A&M. I mean, yeah, they're good, but how good are they? You know what I mean? Michigan struggled against Army.
That game was going to be a gut check in the trenches battle.
Right.
Yeah. Oh crap!
Somebody's getting Facebook.
Yeah. Hold on for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that Michigan Iowa game.
Oh, never mind.
Man, we're just getting ready to talk shit about you.
Telemarket.
Is that what you was getting ready to do?
Heck yeah, I was thinking about it. It's like, okay, go and
no, it was Whiskey Scout trying to take and call in. I'm wondering if he's not at the if it was an away game or something like that for volleyball.
It may be, brother.
And then Oklahoma beat the hell out of Kansas. I mean, they, it's not really a surprise, but 45-20. Les Miles has a ways to go, and Jalen Hurts, he's he scares me, dude. Like for real. Like I'm not sad that he found another opportunity. It's just that team's good enough, I think, that they can give everybody problems, including Bama, some big time problems.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we got next week is Oklahoma.
Oh
hey,
my
y'all did good against Texas.
Yeah, 31 points, put up like 500 something yards of offense, unless it was all garbage time.
Well, minus the 4 interceptions our quarterback threw. I mean, we were in that game, so it was good and bad with it. It's a rebuilding year, but I think people are now picking us against Iowa State this week after seeing that was a grown-up game for Kendall. So I don't know. I think he might be a junior. I don't know if he's a junior or a senior. Like he may be back next year, and it might be something helpful. But our receivers are stepping up now. That's the good thing. So
yeah.
And see, and even it being a rebuilding year, you get the team taking and gelling early, and it could really take and kind of jumpstart everything that you're trying to take and do for next season too. So.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Our question: we were ranked number 117 in Division I for rushing. That's not good. There's only like 125, I think, Division I teams. So when you're scraping the bottom, you're really scraping the bottom. But opportunities are growing. That whole line is pretty much getting used to each other as well. So
honestly, that could lead to some upsets later in the season for y'all.
Yeah. Funny thing, like during the course of the game, which I didn't know, last year we had 5 players taken from the team to the NFL, and Texas only had 2. They were talking about that during the game, and they're like, the thing that West Virginia put out more players to the NFL last year than Texas did was something you didn't think you'd ever see before. So
no,
there's some good talent coming to the school.
So there's the Florida and Auburn game, and of course, Bo don't know how to throw. 120 something yards passing is all that boy had.
Yeah.
Like if that's the best quarterback that Auburn has on that depth chart, the Gus Bus needs to take a roll on somewhere else because he ain't doing him no kind of favors.
Oh, he's only a freshman, all right.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's got growing to do still.
Come on home, Gus. Come on home. We'll fire Chad Morris in 5 minutes. Come on home. Don't listen to him. Come on home, baby.
No.
Well, it seemed like they would take and go with somebody that's a little bit higher, class at the university.
Well,
like a junior or something. But
how good is Florida's defense, though? I mean, Florida's defense is the strength, I think. So,
yeah.
Well, he's I think last game before Florida, he had 286 yards passing. That's the only game I've seen where he's thrown over 200 yards passing all season.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's more of a runner, isn't he?
I think he's not a very good one. I'll tell you that. He's not a very good one. I mean,
so what does he do good then?
Nothing that I've seen. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just
a lot of hype around him.
He's a white running quarterback, but he's no Manziel. He just didn't. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know. But 24-13, I'm not going to complain. They took and beat Auburn. So Auburn. They showed just how bad Auburn. There's Whiskey. Oh shit! What is up, Mr. Whiskey Scout?
Yeah, it took a minute to get on here because my new computer, I hadn't logged into Facebook yet, so I had to go through all that rigmarole.
Oh, joy.
So I got there.
It's good to have you on here, buddy.
Next.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to say this score?
No, we can talk about it now.
Yeah, there we go. There's the Texas and West Virginia. Almost 500 yards of offense for West Virginia, though.
They put some stuff, yeah. I mean, the 2 interceptions were the costly time in the game that set up the defense to score 2 touchdowns. You take those out of the equation, and the kicker missed a couple key field goals at the moment, including one at the end of the half. It could have been a different game.
All right.
Yeah.
But don't worry, Arkansas struggled with bye this week. We barely beat them.
I was about to say, can we have one of those things down here that says Arkansas kicked the shit out of bye this week? It'll make me feel better, Alan. It'll make me feel better.
Hold on, Blake.
Oh God,
Blake,
I'm in trouble now.
You setting him up. Let's see what he's going to do.
Wait a minute.
Set him up. You're throwing softballs at him.
I know he's going to say Arkansas is God. Arky kicked the S out of. I don't speak.
Hey.
There you go, buddy. I'll throw you a bone for once. I won't talk too much shit.
Thank you, brother.
That'll happen next week.
Hey, I don't know about all that. If we get a win against Kentucky, I think we'll come in there fired up against Auburn, man. Auburn ain't shit. Auburn ain't shit.
Yeah, Alan just telling us how bad Auburn was. So
yeah, y'all might have a chance.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, y'all got a decent defense.
We only lost 7 points last year to them.
Yeah, I mean, and y'all.
That was last year.
Every game we have played this year, the ones we lose by damn near 7 points or less. So we're doing better. We just can't finish. And I don't like our coach for one reason. I don't like our coach for one reason. I like people like Saban. I like people like Dabo and them. When they are messing up, they get in their face and they holler. Look at Oklahoma. They chastise their players. It's all the same. But when you come to Arkansas, it's like, oh, well, hey, we're still, rebuilding. And, we've been rebuilding 6 years now. But what the hell, 7? Fuck, we're all going to die one day. Hell, we're just rebuilding. I get sick of that shit. I want to win. I just want to go to a bowl game. That's a win.
So do you think?
I tell you how you solve all that problem right there. You root for Alabama. See, problem solved.
I want y'all to look at this. You see this right here? This is what we call hot garbage. Hot garbage.
Well, you ought to be able to get the shirts real cheap right now. Now's the
Hey, I
time to
did.
stock up.
Oh yeah.
It was on clearance, $3.
Yeah, and the ball shirts were $2.
And, real quick, Whiskey. How the hell y'all let Les Miles of Kansas put 20 points on y'all? I thought y'all had a defense.
That's a very deceptive score. They scored. We went down, messed up the first time, so they came back. They scored once. Then we ran up 42 points on them, I think it was. And then they finally come back and scored a couple of touchdowns there at the end. It wasn't no big deal. We had our third stringers in by then.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm just making sure that was the case because that was kind of like, wow.
Oh, yeah. I think halfway through the third quarter, they took, your Alabama boy, I can't think of his name now. Hurts, yeah. For some reason, the name escaped me.
Hurts, don't it?
Yeah, it does. Hurts other teams. I'm kind of glad we got him. I was not real confident at first. I was questioning the.
Hey, whiskey! I tell you, brother, he's coming for blood against Bama this year. Alan, y'all better get ready. I ain't lying.
Dude, you're not lying at all. And that's the thing. Whenever I found out he was going to Oklahoma, my first thought was, oh fuck, like for real, because Lincoln Riley runs a system there, and he had already improved his pass accuracy sitting behind Tua last season with Dan Enos as the quarterback coach. So he'd improved his accuracy, and you could tell whenever he'd come in from mop-up duty and stuff like that. Well, it's really showing now, especially since Lincoln Riley's been able to get a hold of him because, dude, he's making throws on point that he didn't make before. There is a rumor going around that Lincoln Riley will be the next Dallas Cowboy head coach after they fire Garrett this year.
Hush your mouth.
There is a rumor going around. Just saying, brother.
It's all right, Whiskey. Y'all still got Barry Switzer kicking around somewhere over there.
I take him back. He's got too many national championships not to.
Lincoln Riley to take a lower position.
Well, they might finally be able to take and use him to make Dak a decent quarterback.
I won't say a word. I'm not a Cowboys fan. Never have.
I deserve that. I'll take that one.
I can't say anything. My Chiefs lost, so.
When I was a kid, used to go and get all those pencils with all the NFL pencils out of the pencil machine.
Oh, I remember those being a kid. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The only pencil I would not accept was Dallas Cowboys. I'd trade that off in a New York City. I had every NFL team but Dallas Cowboys. I absolutely hated the Cowboys.
Alan, I hope y'all kick the fuck out of them this year in the playoffs. Yeah, I said it. Hey, Whiskey, I don't mean it, but I said it.
You're entitled to your opinion now. I'm entitled to mine. I just don't know what it was. They used to talk about Emmitt Smith being a great running back. The holes that line opened up, hell, I could have run through them son of bitches.
Yeah.
10 yards of carry.
Hey, brother, Emmitt Smith.
Cowboys, how many yards he would have put up?
Emmitt's not the best. Barry Sanders is the best. Barry Sanders had nothing. Retired at 30.
Yeah, Barry Sanders would have had a line like Emmitt Smith. Barry Sanders could have played till he was 60.
Yes.
Barry Sanders is good. And so was Thurman Thomas. Thomas came out of Oklahoma State just ahead of Barry Sanders. Thurman Thomas up at the Bills was a very good running back. He was the reason they might have made for
they didn't win none of them.
No, but they got there, and there's something to be said for just getting there.
Oh, yeah.
Who beat them the last two times? Come on, Whiskey, say it with me. How about them Cowboys? Say it.
How long ago? Wait, how long ago was that?
That don't matter. That don't matter. You're turning a year older tomorrow. You're getting forgetful in your elder years.
What was the answer to that question?
In the galaxy far, far away.
I think it was like 93, 92.
The correct answer is 93 and 94.
Last time the Cowboys.
No, 92 and 93. You was right. 95, we beat the Steelers, and then we ain't been to the playoffs since because we suck.
Well, at least you admit it.
You guys haven't been even to the playoffs since then?
Yeah, we
won because Romo.
Yeah, but they had Tony Romo. I mean,
yeah, we've been to the playoffs, bro, but we ain't done shit.
I think he's a better golf player than he was a quarterback.
I think he's a better announcer than he is a golfer.
I don't know. He does pretty good in them pro-ams. Well, no, I say that. He's damn good as an announcer.
Mm-hmm.
So, Georgia breaks
right?
off of Tennessee, but Georgia only had 3 sacks and interceptions. So, I mean, I'm wondering
Tennessee had the lead going to halftime, did they not?
And they scored again.
Well, they did going into the second quarter, but
okay.
Georgia scored 16 points on them in the second quarter before they went into halftime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they scored 14 and score again.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Tennessee was beating themselves there a few years back, and they just never got over that hump. They just always kind of stay there in mediocrity almost.
But the problem is they let Philip Fulmer back as the AD, and they're never Philip Fulmer. At the end of this year or the beginning of next year, at some point in time, Philip Fulmer will step down as the AD and take over as the head coach again. And
yep.
Whoa.
Fuck that fat motherfucker. That's all I gotta say. I can't stand that son of a bitch. Snitches get snitches. Snitches get stitches. That's all I gotta say. Fuck him.
I don't care about Tennessee.
They gonna tell on us for paying Albert Means when that motherfucker offered him $30,000 just to come to their university while he was the head coach. And we get the sanctions. Fuck that fat son of a bitch.
They made him Rich Rodriguez or something.
Shit, homie.
It only happened in like '94. I don't hold grudges or shit like that.
I was only 9 then. Just let everybody know I was 9.
Yeah, I only had to take a look at the newspapers to see Alabama scores because I couldn't watch them on TV for 2 goddamn years thanks to that fat fuck.
It was Gary Danielson rooting for then.
Hey, Mr. Fulmer, if you're watching this, I'm the innocent one here. You know,
I just want to know who Gary Danielson was rooting for then while Alabama wasn't any good.
I don't know.
USC back in the day.
I guess he always goes with whoever's.
I hate that son of a bitch.
I can't stand Gary Danielson.
I hate that son of a bitch.
I'll tell you what, to be honest with you, I hate watching CBS these days because of Gary Danielson and the other fellow that's with him because they both sound like retards half the damn time. And that's nothing against people.
Alan, you are homeboy. You are homeboy, man. But for real, he kisses y'all's ass every game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at this run. Oh my God, look at this.
Well, it's kind of hard not to point out excellence. Thank you very much.
When he's even announcing for other games, he'll work Alabama in.
Yeah.
See that too? Out of blue. I mean, and it's like, really? I don't give a shit.
Alabama did this even better.
Who's the basketball announcer?
Dick Vitale.
I swear to God, you can watch USC plays Oregon and Dick Vitale on this. Well, if that was Duke, they'd be ahead 15 points in North Carolina.
Y'all sound like a bunch of jealous, thirsty motherfuckers up here tonight. Y'all know that?
Oh my God.
Dick Vitale.
I love Dickie. Dickie's cool, man. Dickie's awesome.
If you're a North Carolina or Duke fan.
Well, whenever you're announcing a team and they're trying to do something, another team does it better. I mean, it's only fair to correlate, how it could have been done better.
Yeah, everybody, if this was fucking Duke would do it, baby. They would do it right now. They'd stick it right up their ass, baby.
The only one that's worse than all of them is that guy who says he's for the SEC, the skinny, bald-headed guy with the big ears.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. If Saban takes a hard right turn, his nose gets broke and he gets a few corners of shit up his ass. That guy is awful. I'm for the SEC, but as long as it contains Alabama, that's all that really matters. There's nobody else in the SEC but Alabama, according to him.
Yes.
I mean, he had his call-in show there on the radio for so long, and Alabama fans seem to take and populate that like the Black Plague did with the rats and the fleas and stuff like that in Europe. So, I can understand why he might have been converted at some point.
Yeah.
Golly.
He's a Tennessee graduate.
Yeah, I know.
Really? I didn't know that.
Paul Feinbaum's and he talks bad about Tennessee every chance he can.
Probably
because he don't like snitch motherfuckers.
Well, wait a minute now. What about that Stanford prediction I made? Did you forget that one too?
I didn't catch that. I didn't know what
I didn't even catch that game. Did Stanford wind up winning?
You're not gonna believe this, but last time we talked, I got drunk. I don't remember much.
Stanford won 23-13 over Washington.
Oh, nice.
That was my bold prediction. I told you guys.
Yeah, you're right about that. I remember that. I remember that while I told you.
I told you my Kansas City Chiefs may get beat, and I also said that Florida is going to be better than what you guys think.
Hey, you did. You did, man. They're
I'm not saying
5-0.
I'm not saying they'll win this weekend, but I'll give them a good game.
Are they 5-0?
Yeah.
Florida plays Auburn or Alabama this weekend.
Who? Florida? Florida plays LSU.
LSU. Oh,
Florida's getting a loss this weekend.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
It'll be a close game.
I'm sorry, I got you guys on the next week's games. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah,
that's not really no big surprise. But Dobbins ran for like almost 200 yards.
I'll be right back, yo.
LSU at 10 over Florida.
Yeah, well, I think that's going to be.
I think LSU brings more defense to the game than Florida, and now that LSU finally knows how to use a quarterback, that was Les Miles' big problem. Every time Les Miles got a quarterback, they didn't look like shit. Then they go to the NFL, start performing like a quarterback should. Mm-hmm. You're like, where was this at LSU?
Yeah, I mean, the same thing with the wide receivers a lot of times. I mean, Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry, I mean, you heard their names, before they played teams like Auburn and Alabama and stuff like that, and they play them, they wouldn't do shit because all they want to do is run for net and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's –
Yeah,
let's go ahead and move on to week 7.
All right.
And I tell you what, this is the game right here that I'm going to – Yardbirds versus number 3, Georgia.
It's not going to be good, I don't think.
Georgia's going to roll.
I tell you what, Carolina, they're perennially awful to mediocre, and this year their fans are just right off the cliff. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's going to be anything different.
I don't think so. After North Carolina played them that first game of the year, and I watched South Carolina play, they haven't improved since then. I'm quite sure, and there's no way Georgia rolls.
I think it'll be closer than the Tennessee game, but still rolls. I think. Yeah. I think it'll actually not. I don't think Georgia will score as much.
I think it'll wind up being like a 35-21.
Yeah,
game.
Somewhere
but
around
it's only
there.
Because they've got Idle and a little bit faster there in the background, which is what I'm calling Feaster and Dowdle or whatever their names are.
I think Georgia hits about somewhere around 35 and.
There he is.
I think South Carolina 17, probably somewhere around there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Carolina doesn't have the firepower. I mean,
I'm thinking Georgia like 49.
Really? You think they'll score that much on South Carolina?
South Carolina still make it about 17. Yeah, I think just
okay.
They're going to break some cocks.
I don't think they'll get out of the 30s. That's my prediction.
I think it'll be 38. 38. I go with 17 on South Carolina's part. 38-17.
We'll see. Rajay may be right about that. They may get really stomped, but I don't know.
Mr. Bottom Dollar, how you doing, sir?
What's up? What did I miss?
Oh,
the whole recap of last week. Yeah,
recap of last week's scores. That's about it so far.
Oh, all right. Well,
Blake made a big announcement that he was drunk last week. So
we didn't ever guess it if he wouldn't have said anything. Anyway, it's all by surprise.
These two Clemson guys walking to hey BD, what's up, man? My bad, I missed you, brother. What's up?
Hey, how about that prediction on the Pittsburgh game?
Man, we had some good predictions. Everybody needs to start watching this. I picked Stanford, and you picked the good pick. Good pick.
Yeah. I picked Arkansas.
Yeah, Pittsburgh actually looked really good in that damn game. You picked Arkansas on a bye week.
I have Michigan, so
that's right. That's right.
Clemson lost on their bye week.
Oh no! Hey, that's the best time to lose. It don't count.
No, they dropped in the rankings. Like they lost. Even before voters went to Alabama in the polls. Even though both of us were off.
That's
that's because you only won by 2 points against North Carolina.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all barely beat a team that beat South Carolina. I mean, the voters are going to be thinking a little bit there, cuz.
Well, you were tied with the Citadel at halftime, so I don't want to hear it.
They thought you guys.
Yeah, but we rolled. We beat them by more than 2 points there, homie. Kind of like y'all beat us like a drum. That's kind of what the game was like.
Yeah.
I'm going to laugh my ass off at both of you guys if Alabama nor Clemson makes it. I'm going to laugh my ass off at y'all.
I'm good at hunting people down, Blake. Well,
it's okay. It's okay. Come on by, brother. We'll talk about what Arkansas is like, you know.
Got a point.
The only thing is, we didn't go like 0-1 against a bye week like Arkansas did. So we're good.
Yeah. We didn't go that way like Arkansas again.
You missed that banner too, buddy, because
we're
there you go. Arky kicked the shit out the bye week this week. They're easiest win all season.
Hey, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that we beat Bye so bad that Bye didn't score till like 10 minutes after we got on the bus and then left the stadium.
Right.
That's what I heard.
There's actually some pretty good football coming up this week, though. I'll tell you that.
Yes,
it's been awful the first couple of weeks of the season. Like, holy shit! What's happening with the schedule?
So I can pull up the score or the game.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good game.
Let's see. I gotta pull this quick.
You don't think so? You don't think so? I think so.
Awesome.
Their secondary is not up to this game. They got enough to stop the run up front, but their secondary is not going to hold up.
What, Texas?
Yep.
No, we see what the hell happened with their secondary against damn LSU. We seen what happened to Texas against LSU. That was LSU's coming out party of like, hey, we've arrived. They were like, you know, what was that show back in the day? The Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. They were like that coming out. I mean, that was that kind of party, like for real.
I think we'll see very little defense in this game, though. I really think it's going to be high.
No, I think Oklahoma will show you more defense this game than they have in the past.
Really?
Well, I got.
I don't know about that.
I got one thing to say. God bless Texas.
Yeah. Where the girls are concerned, I agree, but after you get past the girls, I don't care much for anything else.
That's not a yes or a no. It's just God bless Texas. No.
Now, I'm going to say that
Arkansas has never been.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma handles business.
Say, let me run back through the two games from last week. Just then we'll move ahead if that's all right.
Go ahead, brother.
What games?
That Michigan-Iowa game. That was the most disappointing thing I've seen all year.
Bro, you ain't lying.
Iowa blew themselves up. They every time they got a chance, they threw an interception, fumble, penalty. That third quarter, it was penalty. They were almost ready to score before they quit getting penalties. They were on the other side of the field.
They play like Arkansas.
They completely beat their own ass in that game.
Yeah,
it was sad. And then, like I said, the Pittsburgh Duke game. Pittsburgh came out there wanting to win that shit.
You were right. Good job.
The Florida game went completely how I thought it was going to go. Opposite of how I thought it was going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Not so me. I
think we was the same on that. I thought Florida was.
Yeah, because Auburn is, like I said when we was talking last week, Auburn's just way overrated. They've got a good defense, and that's it. And that defense didn't even show up that good against Florida.
So how bad is Mississippi State? They got stomped by Auburn.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I think Auburn is a Jekyll and Hyde type team. I think when Nix is on, and if he's on for the game, I think it's a real game. I think if Nix makes a couple of mistakes and gets rattled, then the offense is off. So you got to get Nix. If you can get to Nix, you can slow down Auburn. If you can't stop him in the first quarter or something, and you let him get his confidence up, Auburn becomes a different monster.
No, you may be right on that.
That's my opinion.
That's last week. I'm ready to move on.
I think as far as my opinion on Oklahoma, Texas, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I still see Oklahoma beat them by at least 2 touchdowns.
I think it's gonna be more than that because this year their defensive Oklahoma, they'll be real stout and then they'll take like a series or 3 off and then they go real stout again and they put the clamps on people.
I've noticed that.
I think this year it's gonna be. I think the scores are gonna surprise people because it might wind up being like 35 to like 21 or something like that, or 45 to 21.
Hey, Rajay.
Oklahoma.
Rajay. I'm rolling with Texas.
You're right.
24. That's what I want to say.
I'm taking Oklahoma. I'm thinking 38-21.
Fuck it. I'm going Texas just to be different.
I wouldn't be shocked.
27-24.
Man, I'm telling you. Texas can if they get rolling on their offense, I'm telling you, they have got a good offense.
But if it were Fisk, we'd all be drunk. So
And the other thing about it is, I mean, you have had like surprise outcomes whenever it comes to that rivalry there.
Right.
Where are they playing at? Texas?
Yeah,
it's always in Dallas at the State Fair.
That's right. Yeah.
That's the reason why the scoreboard will be as fried as the fair food after the game's over.
Kind of early this year, though, right? I think the Red Gourd rivalry. I thought it would have been later on in the year.
And then,
I'm picking Texas in that one.
What?
I'm not far from it. I think it's going to be a close game. I really do.
Okay, I'm going to mute my mic because BD just said A&M because it's a dig on Allen. So y'all have fun. I'll be back.
Are you taking? He was saying Texas in the other game. Not Texas.
No, he said he was taking Texas, not A&M.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Coincidence.
He takes A&M. He's no longer invited to these things. No,
coincidence. Sorry.
Just fucking with you. Now Bama plays A&M, and like the banner says, let A&M be ranked at the end of the year so the win looks better.
Hey,
I gotta say,
I don't even see the spread for Alabama Texas A&M. It's not even listed right now, so I'm not even going there.
Who's Alabama got next week though?
Next week, let's see.
Some other doormat.
Hey, you mean
Oklahoma's first game of the year that they're played is versus a team that's worth the shit is Texas. I don't want to hear nothing.
But they still
at least they're playing somebody that's worth the shit. Alabama has yet to play anybody.
Who they play next week because this could be a trap game possibly for them. And they may play close to you expect.
Well, who do they got next week?
Next year.
I don't see South Carolina 25 points. I don't see that.
I think next week Bama plays Tennessee.
Oh no, they're good.
They'll roll then. If they have nothing to look past this game, they're going to focus on this game.
Yeah, it's going to be it's Texas A&M. The next week is Tennessee. The week after that we play Arky, and then the week after that we play LSU. So I mean,
Alabama 35.
Grinder.
I'm going to say A&M.
I wonder what the spread is on that game.
14.
That's not a bad score there.
35,
That's about
14,
in
Alabama.
the range of what I'm thinking.
Hey, Jeremy.
Like 4 touchdowns or something like that. You're like, might put a little bit on Texas A&M.
let's see.
Hey, Jeremy, am I the only Hog fan on this panel who thinks here in a couple of weeks it's going to say number 1 Alabama against Arkansas, ... die little pigs?
Yeah, I think it's going to say that.
I have this
I'm
feeling.
almost certain of that.
I have this feeling in my soul, man. I do.
I was thinking more delivering a squeal little piggy.
Oh my God! Everyone would say "die, little pig." It'd be like it's time.
Hey! You see the wheels turning, don't you? Y'all see the wheels turning? He's like,
he's ready for it.
He's gonna be flying.
They're going to a pig roast. Only they're the roasted.
So it's going to start with a clip.
The over/under is 60.5 with Bama favored by 18 points.
So they're favored by 18. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean,
A&M can score.
Right.
They just can't keep up with them.
Yeah, Alabama's going to win 55-28. That's my prediction.
I think it's more like 52 to like 35 or something like that. Just because by the time the second string gets in there, they'll take and run up a score or 2 on us, and they'll pull their first stringers just so they can say, "Well, we got some scores on them. Look how many points we put on them." Because that's what teams like to do.
I'm thinking 45-17.
Yeah, more
this
than
is going to be a game.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a game right there, folks.
What's that? Michigan State versus Wisconsin?
I've got a gut feeling, man.
They took and let Michigan State let Dobbins or whatever from Ohio State taking a run for almost 200 yards on him. Taylor is better than Dobbins.
It's
Taylor,
not
my opinion. Taylor's the best running back in the college right now.
Oh, I completely agree with you. They're throwing the passes now at the backfield.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the college version of Christian McCaffrey at the moment, basically.
Michigan State's not producing any offense to speak of. So
no, the only time they're not. Yeah, I see this as a Wisconsin running away with this.
In Wisconsin, yeah.
Me too.
I didn't say they were going to win. I'm just saying it's going to be a good game.
No,
I think it'll be closer.
I say 35-10.
Yeah,
that's a good score. I think that's pretty much head on.
That is, well, yeah.
I have to agree.
I just have hope, America. I hate Wisconsin.
Well,
Our former coach came from there. I hate that shit.
What did Wisconsin ever do to you?
They gave me Brett Bielema, brother. Fuck Wisconsin.
I think Alan almost shot the beer out of his nose.
I hope you do, Alan. Happy early birthday, Ninja. Damn. Fuck Wisconsin. Anybody watching from Wisconsin? Cheers. But
fuck Wisconsin. Cheers, Wisconsin.
Keep your cheese in your spike.
Yeah, I think you can get that off the board. I think Wisconsin rolls on that one. I don't see any way. I watched Michigan State play, and they just look kind of like Arkansas.
Go State.
I watched them. I'm like you. I watched about one quarter of a Michigan State game, and
yeah, they weren't as good as they used to be.
No, this is a down year for them. I mean, like it's odd to take and see them this down though. I mean, because D'Antonio normally keeps them pretty, stout on defense and at least running on offense. And this year is just they can't do it.
I don't know.
I see something other in the thing here. Virginia's playing Miami, and they have Miami by 1.5.
Get out of here for real.
It might be a close game. It might be.
Miami gets off to fast starts. They just can't close it out. Every game they've been in, they've taken the leads on people.
Virginia's going to throw that ball all over their ass. It's just not going to work for them. I don't know why that's looks like that. But, Vegas, they have something that we don't. But I just don't see that happening.
They have the refs. Can I make the first prediction on this right down here?
Hold on. Hold that. Hold on. We'll get to that. What, are you in a beauty pageant now? So, Florida State's playing Clemson, and you see the banner used to be marquee matchup. Now FSU kind of looks like a beat up old marquee.
And that's what they've done to them. They beat the dog shit out of it. They cannot. Their offensive line sucks.
Well, the whole team as a whole. I mean, the defense hadn't really performed all that well. I mean, I think Taggart about another season or so with that, the talent there to get in there, he'll turn it around. It's just, great God, they look ugly.
Well, what's the mindset on Clemson right now? Are they out of it from North Carolina that Dabo had that off week to get them back focused, you think?
Oh, he beat them into it. He'll be ready.
Yeah, I think.
Not that State was going to beat them. Just like, they had to go back in. Like, hey, what are you guys doing out here this last game?
He beat it into his players. Not he beat it into his players. They're going to wake up.
I don't know. He is religious. The whole spare the rod, spoil the child stuff. So I mean, it might.
Oh yeah.
He might have took a ride to him.
I think this is Clemson's time. They're going to make a statement.
Yeah, I think this is a
49, Florida State 13.
Yeah, I think there's a statement game too. Their offense has not looked as peppy as they did last year, and Lawrence has kind of looked. I don't know. He's thrown some passes this season so far that makes you go, "What the fuck, bro?" Like, get your head in the game, sunshine.
I'm going to say Clemson 56-21. Because I think they're going to pull their back up, force it to get some garbage touchdowns towards the end.
Yeah,
I agree, Rod.
They'll get blown out most of the first three quarters.
I agree, Rod.
I think Clemson's secondary and third string defense is still big enough to stop them. I really do. I just think that Florida State's way out of their league this one.
Oh yeah.
Sometime in college football, there should be like a touchdown, like a run rule or something. Okay, what is it going to call it? Don't even bring in the backups. This is called the game right now.
Well, see, Jimbo Fisher left Florida State with all these great players. So.
Yeah, if they were so great players, he wouldn't have left there. I promise you that.
Makes you wonder, though.
You got the coach waiting behind Bobby Bowden to take and just sit there and leave it after 4 seasons with a bunch of great players. It just don't happen like that.
No.
Makes you wonder about Texas A&M, what they're going to actually be able to do with him. I don't know.
What? I can't remember the name of the channel right now on YouTube, but he goes into how Jimbo Fisher, his last 2 seasons at Florida State, just seemed uninterested. And like it all started once up by the second year of Winston as his QB, because the next year and the year after he just stopped giving a shit apparently.
He was more worried about his cattle farm up in Virginia. Yeah. Now that he's in Texas, he took his whole cattle farm and moved it to Texas.
I always felt like when Bobby left, Mickey should have been the next head coach there.
Yes, Mickey should. Yep.
Completely agree. So Washington State plays Arizona State this week. Arizona State, right? Huh?
I'm liking Herm Edwards, what he's doing with that.
I do too. It's funny because, Arizona State, they've always been kind of up and down as far as how good they are from year to year and stuff like that. Yeah. And they had some years there back in the mid-2000s where they were, they were the top 25 perennially there for about 5 or 6 years, and they just kind of dropped off the map. Herm come in there, and he told even the starters and everything, he's like, all right, it's open season on every position. If you don't like the way we're running things, there's a door.
Herm Edwards reminds me of Chad Morris, but he's better. He's a coach that football really is second. He tries to make them good young men, and I like that about Herm Edwards. I respect that, man. I really do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a class act all the way. Of course, some of the kids on the team were probably like, we got that guy coming in to be our coach. Who? The guy from YouTube. You play to win the game, that guy.
The only caveat, though, about this game, though, that I find is with that coach they got, he used to be at Texas Tech before he went up there at Washington State.
Mike Leach?
Yeah, he can stun you at times. He can really,
I think it'll be a pretty close game there.
I think so, too. I think it's a 7-point game.
Washington State has a knack for knocking off top 25 teams. They can be big boy killers when they want to be.
Well, Washington State was ranked earlier in the season. It's just their year hasn't gone the way they had planned. They've got it. The problem is, I think, is partly their defense. It's kind of like the rest of the Pac-12. They just don't have that great a defense.
Yeah.
So they play keep up.
And Arizona State has a way they always try to move up, and they always fuck up.
Shit.
So somewhere, this may be a good look at an upset there, but I really want to see an upset when you know how Washington State does top 25 teams.
Yeah.
They play their fucking heart out, but they are going to Arizona State too, so that's a different.
Yeah. Being as it is in Arizona State, I agree. It's Washington State.
Yeah, I like Arizona State 24-20.
Yeah,
that's about you're picking about right where I'm thinking. Seriously,
I have no pick on this game because I do not give a damn.
I have no pick because I'm calling that game.
I don't care if they run it up to 85-6. I don't care.
21-17, Arizona State.
Oh, 2 touchdowns.
Ooh, yeah.
No, 21-17.
21. Okay, you got like a little guy.
Close one. Yeah.
All right.
Within a touchdown.
Did you say 21-17?
Yeah.
It's a Pac-12. It could either be 21-17 or it could be like 48-41.
I don't think so in this game. I don't think there's enough offense still. I mean, Arizona State hasn't scored a lot of points. They've won a lot of games, but they're not scoring these astronomical scores. Washington State, if they're going to blow them out, it's going to be a blowout. Washington State. It's going to be a close game, and Arizona State wins. Arizona State wins 7 or less.
Yeah, Arizona State's defense will make a difference.
I do. I like it.
So you got Cincinnati, Houston next.
I have no idea.
You got to bring in the whole person effect at this point because
where's it at?
Points.
I think the Bengals will win this one.
I'm going with the Bengals myself.
Whoa. The Bengals play this year. They can't get out their own damn way.
I go with the Bengals. If that was the case, I'd go with Houston.
Yeah, I know. I'm
But yeah, Cincinnati being ranked, they're playing against Houston. You know, Houston is one of those teams that they can put up a lot of points.
I think Houston's going to win.
Problems last 2 seasons. So, I mean,
I think Houston's going to win. I really do.
And I like what they're doing. I take Cincinnati 38-31 over Houston.
Yeah, I think Cincinnati, just because they got just a good enough defense, but their offense is pretty damn good too. I mean,
yeah.
I think I'm going to go 49-24 Houston. I think they I really think them boys can score, man.
Teams, they never play defense. So
well, you gotta think now. You gotta think now. The starting quarterback for Houston last year redshirted this season.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Yeah. So
okay. Neglect what I just said. Go Bobcats.
Tulane barely beat them though. Tulane barely beat them.
Bearcats is Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, I know. Not the Cougars. Not the Cougars. Go Bobcats.
Oh Lordy. And then Louisville's playing Wake Forest. And this is the reason why I'm asking who the fuck does the rankings, because Wake Forest is 5-0 and their offense is fucking phenomenal this year.
I mean, Wake Forest all the way on this one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
For that little small school, they're gonna be there in packs. Whenever Wake Forest is ranked, all 500 kids in their school show up. So they're gonna be there.
The only way Louisville wins this if Bobby Petrino gets on his Harley, has a blind on the back, and Lamar Jackson behind her. Heading that way. That's the only way. That's the only way we're pulling this one out. Wake Forest all the way.
I don't know enough about these teams either this year. I haven't watched either one.
Yeah.
Wake Forest, I think, has been the surprise of the ACC.
Hey, you know the funny shit? If Bobby Petrino, a blind, and Lamar Jackson were all on a bike, they'd blame Lamar Jackson.
They really would. Hey, Lamar Jackson's a good quarterback.
Dude, he's kicking ass, homie. That's a bad motherfucker.
That's on.
They got some people around them like Marquise Brown and Mark Andrews and Willie Snead and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
They're more than just a running team this year.
Hey, Jacob Downey's in the chat. Cheers, Jacob.
What's up, Jacob?
Cheers, Jacob.
Cheers, Jake.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, I got 35-20 on that game, Wake Forest. No, 35-14.
Hey, Whiskey, what's your prediction, brother?
On these two, I just got to go with the ranking because I don't know either one of them. So I'll take Wake Forest, but I couldn't give you a score. I don't know. I've not paid any attention to either one of these teams this year.
Okay, that's cool. Me neither, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think many people paid attention to Wake Forest until they figured out that they were putting like 40 points up on people.
Yeah. I saw undefeated Wake Forest coming to beat an undefeated Clemson at Death Valley. That's going to be a hell of a game.
Hell yeah. When does that game take place?
Let's see. It is in – let's pull it back up. Oh, please don't tell me. My phone died on me. What the hell?
That always works.
I think it's in 30 weeks. It's in October, so it's coming up soon. I think it's 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Yeah, November 16th. November 16th.
So that's before the bye week before we play Carolina. Okay.
Y'all get let's see. Yeah, y'all get Wake Forest, and then on the 30th of November you get South Carolina.
Damn, phone died as soon as you asked me that.
Where's the game going to be at?
At Clemson.
Okay. So that's good for you guys.
It'll be a fun game. Wake Forest, when they come here, they always show up to play. So I'm not gonna put that game down. I mean, that's gonna be a tough one because They're besides Virginia, they're probably the best team in the ACC right now.
Yeah. I think Virginia's lost so far this year, hasn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Lost one.
Who?
Virginia.
I'm not sure. I can't pull it up right now.
I think they have.
Yeah.
Where was it? I just seen it. Virginia is 4-1. Yes.
Yes.
So, but I tell you, between Virginia, when it comes to ACC, it's Clemson, Virginia, maybe because then Wake Forest. But until Wake Forest beat somebody else, then we'll see. We'll see how the records come out.
But it was Notre Dame that beat Virginia, so it wasn't.
Yeah.
Little chumpy.
Yeah.
Who did?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Honestly, I believe that Wake Forest is the second best team, but I think there is this much over Wake Forest right now.
I'm still going with North Carolina. They're the team that will beat a team they shouldn't beat, and they will still lose games that they shouldn't lose before this year's over. So they're going to upset somebody.
Hell, they almost did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Iowa's got to bounce back good if they're going to have a chance with Penn State.
I agree with you. I think Iowa wins.
I think Penn State run. I think Penn State. I think they'll score more than just 3 points this go around. You know, because the one thing about that Michigan Iowa game is the fact that Michigan has no fucking offense to speak of. I mean, really, you know what I'm saying? They just don't.
Well, Iowa beat themselves.
10-3.
Iowa beat themselves last week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Not for 4 interceptions, they took and run away with the game.
They drove the ball down their fucking throats, and they screwed themselves up every single time. I mean, they moved the ball like Michigan wasn't even there, and then threw an interception or fumbled or got penalties.
Yeah,
So,
Penn State's got a stouter defense, but I think Iowa comes back because it's at Iowa, if I'm thinking right.
Yeah, it is.
And I think Iowa wins 24-21.
Wow, that's bold. Okay.
Yeah, I'm liking Iowa this game myself, and I was
really
trying to get him to see Corso. Not so fast, my friend, but everybody kept talking. I'm like Iowa. Iowa's upset this week.
Lee Corso, I love watching Corso, but he's 2 years away from sounding like Lou Holtz.
Yeah.
I hope.
I like old Lou. He was
I hope Iowa abuses those little boys.
Oh.
You know, I remember. I always liked Lou Holtz. I don't remember when it happened. When he was at Notre Dame.
When he was at Arkansas, right?
No, it's when he was at Notre Dame. There was a game where that tight end clipped somebody and hurt him pretty bad. Did it on purpose. And I remember Lou Holtz went out grabbing him by the face mask on the field and literally dragging him off the field on public national TV. After that, I'm a Lou Holtz man.
Yeah.
Even when Lou Holtz was in South Carolina, he was an honorable man, and we enjoyed having him here, even though we beat his ass, but we liked having him because he was a good reputation for our state.
Yeah, he's
having him here. He's a good coach.
I'll never forget whenever he was hired on, like I think it was South Carolina. Was it him or was it? Yeah, it was him. He said that at the press conference, he said, well, we must have the cleanest cars in all of America. And he said, what do you mean? He said, well, all the trash is in the ditches. He literally said that to the press conference. I was like, wow.
Yeah, no.
I live in South Carolina. He wasn't lying.
Yeah.
Is it that bad?
Louisiana ain't far from that.
Really?
Yeah, you cross the line from Texas into Louisiana, it's like no trash.
Really? Wow.
Well, I like Iowa 21-17.
Wow. I don't know. I'm going to have to stick with Penn State on this one until I see Iowa do something better. I mean, I don't know.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, to be honest with you. I think it'll be one of those games that's like 38-36, 38-35. One of those type games because both of them have very potent offenses. Both of them have good defenses, but in games like this, normally the offense tends to shine as just who stops who first or who doesn't take and bend or break as often as the other team. I think it's going to be one of those type games.
I'm going for 35-24 because I think Iowa's going to run the ball down their damn throat. And it's not going to
really?
stop.
Okay.
Iowa's going to pick them up. I mean, actually, Iowa this weekend they threw some good passes too, except for the interceptions. But most of the good passes,
so dang interceptions, man, it gets you every time.
most of their great passes went to the other team. So
right, they were complete, but they were to the other team.
Yeah, exactly.
I see it being a little bit bigger. I think 7 points ish on the Iowa side.
Wow. So we're really split on that game. Okay.
And then the other big game is going to be number 7 Florida versus number 5 LSU.
Hasn't Florida beat LSU the last couple times they've played there?
I don't know.
I think they have. And every time I pick LSU and they end up getting beat by Florida in the swamp. I don't know why.
So look at it. They're going to have somebody to talk like this, going to help them get on that film, get done now.
I might have to look that up.
I like LSU.
We're going to get the Gators out. We're going to go Gator hunting.
You like who in this game?
Oh, I like LSU. 35, Florida 24.
I like LSU, but I'm going to say like 31-27.
It's in the wannabe Death Valley, so I'm gonna call LSU by 3.
Shit, when's the last time Death Valley and Clemson had seismic activity from the fans?
Hey, we've been recorded louder.
I hope they both lose. I hate both teams. I really hate LSU. Florida screwed us so many times 10 years ago with Tim Tebow's, but I hope they both lose. I really do.
My God, that's been a long time ago. You hold some grudges.
Not me, brother. Not me at all. No, not me. No.
Until LSU beats us in the bowl game, Death Valley's in Clemson, baby.
Okay.
I didn't know that Clemson's stadium was called Death Valley until, I don't know, probably until I was 18, and I've been living here for a few years. I've always known Death Valley as being
LSU.
Yeah.
Apparently nobody taught you history. We had it first, and somebody said, "Oh no, that's Death Valley." Nobody could understand what the hell those Cajuns were saying. They were saying so.
No. We're gonna go get a boom, get our boots on. We're gonna find us.
It's a beautiful stadium, and they are loud as shit. But we had the first Death Valley. So.
Yeah. My wife is from there. Sometimes holidays can be exciting. What did you say again, sir? I'm from Kansas. Go a little slower and a little quicker.
Hell yeah.
Slow, less grunty.
LSU's coach reminds me of that dude on Waterboy. Y'all remember that time Bobby Boucher came around the
Yeah. No, don't not make fun of Coach O. Coach O.
Yeah.
He loves that team and loves that state. Don't ever put him out. He's the man.
He is the man. The man's going to get his ass whipped by Arkansas later this year. He's going to get whooped.
I've never seen
it's going to be opposite day that day they're playing.
Something like that.
I've never seen a coach fit a team better than Coach O at LSU. He fits it perfectly.
Yeah, he's Cajun to the core.
Yeah, are you coon ass motherfuckers? Y'all don't want to come.
But you're right. He does fit that team like perfectly as far as like his whole attitude and the way he talks. Because Baton Rouge ain't exactly. I mean, that's the city, but the surrounding areas. I mean, they got some swamp around there, and they got some folks, shoot Elizabeth and shit like that.
Hey guys, listen, guys. I love Texas. I ain't got a problem with Longhorns. I hate LSU. If I had to pick right now, I'll go Florida over LSU.
They didn't kick y'all's ass so much, you wouldn't have a problem with them.
They didn't kick your ass so much, you wouldn't have a problem with them. Thank you. I know this. It's like burnt in my brain, homie.
I think it's going to be a toss-up game, but I'm still going to give LSU the advantage being at home. So
I don't see the 13.5 though. I don't see that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Taking and watching LSU against everybody this year. Auburn, they might have beat Florida might have beat Auburn 24-13. I'm telling you, take and go look back at some of the just the passing yardage against teams like Tulane and stuff like that. Bo Nix ain't shit. I'm telling you, he's too.
Well, don't either. Tulane's a bad damn team right now.
Yes, they are.
Yes, sir.
But Trask is also a true freshman. He also doesn't take and get that, LSU's got a defense. All they're gonna have to take and do is rattle him one good time.
Yep.
I take and see this wind up being one of those 45 to 23 type games.
Oh,
Wow.
Sorry, this kind of goes on. I just pulled this up. They have Memphis over Temple by 6 points.
Yeah, Memphis is a pretty decent team. They've always been.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I see Temple's defense shutting that shit down.
Wait a minute. Who's really watching Temple in Memphis, though?
Yeah, Memphis got
Wait, who the fuck watches Temple play football? I don't know Temple with any kind of.
Hey, guys, Arkansas fans, we watch anybody else but ourselves.
In other words, what you're saying is your Arkansas fans are secretly Memphis fans.
That's not what I said, but go Memphis.
I've seen some Temple bottom dollar. I was just joking,
Well, Alan, if you go on history, the last 7 years, it hasn't been more than a touchdown on the victory. Whoever won the Florida
but
game.
LSU also hasn't had an offense for like 6 years. So,
well, we'll see. I mean,
that's their defense. The Florida defense is the only thing that I can figure that would take and keep it into a low-scoring game. But that offense is so potent. They're LSU. They're the only team in the SEC that scares me as a Bama fan. Only team. I don't give a shit about Georgia this year because I've taken and watched here and there. Georgia doesn't really impress me all that much. They really don't. They got a good defense.
Well,
and
Kirby
Swift,
Smart has to deal with Saban. Kirby Smart will lose to Saban until the contract that they secretly signed for the next 5 years actually spent. Because I've never
feel that way too.
They lose a game like.
Well, if he agreed to that contract, he's a dumbass because he's going to wind up being our defensive coordinator in 2 years with that dumb shit.
He may pay him millions every year. You never know.
Last year I got on Facebook and I put a big thing out. Kirby not so smart. I mean, you have Bama down. And you give the freaking game away.
Yeah.
I have not met. I mean, who are you and what's your team? I have not met you yet.
Who?
Oh, really?
That's
really. This is
we talked on one night for a long time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I did.
Oklahoma. Let me tell you something. Right there. God's team, America's choice, boy.
Aren't you in Kansas, though?
Hey, Whiskey, that's not a Razorback.
You look completely different.
Hey, Whiskey, that was not a Razorback.
Thank God it's not a Razorback. We got at least 3 people on here that know that root for teams not to win.
Just because your big day's tomorrow, I will slap the. Yeah.
One ACC, 3 SEC, and 2 Big 12.
Yeah, I would say Whiskey's got some light in the background. He looks happy. I didn't recognize him.
My bottle room's over there. I got a new computer. I got it set up in here, and I'm preparing for a well I got coming up. So I got a bunch of logs on this table. I got a reference and all kinds of shit.
I hold to what I said, man. I put my stuff out there. We're trying to find somebody to go fishing with.
That's no. Don't worry about it, man.
We're working on it.
I went fishing last weekend already. I probably would have went weekend before last, but this last weekend wasn't to happen. It was too much rain. Anyway, enough
Go ahead.
Football.
Let's not get on that tangent like we did basketball last week.
Oh, upset predictions.
Wait, we're talking NBA now?
No, please.
All right, here we go. The upset predictions for this week.
I've been dribbling ever since I was a little bitty baby. Ain't that what Sheets and Sean said?
No, that's you looking at that Trevor Lawrence poster above your bed.
Shit.
Me.
That's what we call shots fired.
Upsets. Wow.
Upset prediction. Okay.
I already had Iowa over Penn State.
Yeah.
Let's move through the thing and go through it.
I would say Arkansas over Kentucky, but I don't know. I'll go first. I actually saw this earlier. Where's it at? Give me just a sec. I am going to go Iowa over Penn State. I really think Iowa's going to beat them.
Yeah.
That's my upset. It ain't much of one, but hell, I don't have nothing else. I mean, Boise State's playing Hawaii. Oh boy, Hawaii. You know.
Let's see. Boise State over who? Hawaii?
Yeah, Boise's playing Hawaii. They're going to the Smurf turf in Idaho.
Well, I mean that's.
I'll tell you what. Another game to keep your eyes on will be USC and Notre Dame. USC beat Utah, y'all.
Well, yeah, but I think USC's going to beat Notre Dame. And Notre Dame's going to beat USC. I'm sorry.
Now make up your mind. Which one?
I got a little tongue tied there.
It's okay, brother. I'm with you. I'm picking.
I think I'm going to pull one in SEC. I'm going to say that.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm saying Tennessee.
Oh shit! I thought you were going to
get lucky and beat Mississippi State.
Yeah, that's it. I can't make that call. That's
a crazy call.
Well,
but
you want to talk about being fucking bold. I mean, that's about as
bold right there, buddy. Right there.
Yes, sir. Oh, Lordy.
I don't know. I'm still sticking with Iowa over Penn State. Trying to think of Big 12 wise who's playing this weekend. I'm gonna look it up.
So that's what I'm looking at now is all the games.
It's K-State and KU went back to their normal shitty selves. It didn't take much.
Hey, wouldn't it be funny next week if Arkansas beat Auburn? I know John and Nelly wouldn't like that, but it's okay. Cheers to you, John, if you're watching right now.
No, I know y'all were making fun of this game a minute ago. The only thing that stops me from wanting to pick it is that it's at Boise.
Oh, no way. Hawaii can't beat them there.
It's bad, but Hawaii's been scoring like hell. And the only thing is, it's going to be cold as shit in Boise. That's the only thing that's going to stop. So I want that one. I want to pick that one, but I can't pick something y'all already picked, so I'm trying to dig through and find something.
Sparkle Supreme Queen in the house.
I'll tell you what. Do what I should have done, BD.
I'm going Texas over Oklahoma.
There you go. I like that prediction. I think Texas.
That could happen. It could happen.
I think Texas is going to get them, y'all. I'm serious.
Happen, but that's just me.
I couldn't pick that one I wanted to because of the cold, but no, I'm going Texas over Oklahoma.
Hey, whiskey. When y'all like kick ass and dominate, next week come up in here and just talk all the shit you want to talk, buddy.
Somebody's going to be talking it. One of them's going to be talking. I don't know.
I don't really have to talk much shit. I just let my team do their talking.
That is a great answer. I like that.
When you got to borrow quarterbacks from other teams, you can talk to them.
See, I have a problem.
West Virginia's playing with our old quarterback, Kendall. Of course, he threw 4 interceptions during last week's game.
Why you got to bring that up?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
He had his bad game now, so in 2 weeks we'll be good to go when we play you guys.
Get it out of his system.
Hey, can I tell you guys a game I'm looking forward to the most? I'm not lying on this. Y'all may want to drug test me after this, but listen to me. The game I'm looking for the most is Army versus Western Kentucky, because Western Kentucky is the only team I think we may win another game against this year. Army took Michigan. I'm telling you.
Army is a ball controlled school. I mean,
Army is awesome
against them because that damn offense they run. They're ball control.
Could you imagine if Alabama ran Army's offense to triple option? Nobody could stop them. As big as they are.
Except for Clemson, but we play it all.
It don't work like that anymore.
Y'all played it all the time whenever Georgia Tech were in it. They were Georgia Tech's not Alabama, so don't even go there.
Georgia Tech, we play it with them. We play it with Wofford. I mean, we play it all. And
really? Wait! You just said Wofford.
We even say W-O-F-F-O-R-D.
Yes, every year, homie.
That the wrong way. We used to play the triple option at least twice a year. So it's not something we'd be surprised to see. And we're already playing Alabama, so it would be.
Yeah, but who ran the triple option best was probably Oklahoma back in the day.
Hell yeah. That's why Oklahoma was some bad sons of bitches back in the day.
Georgia Tech and Army in recent last 10, 15 years, Georgia Tech and Army is the only ones that really run it like effectively. Outside of those two teams, you just don't see it much.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying about Wofford, you can say this one home.
One more time.
Wofford, I love it. It sounds like something you order like at 4:30 in the morning at a fucking griddle house or something. Hey, baby, I want a side of that Wofford.
He's gonna say Wofford one more time, but I'm gonna say
griddle house. Samuel Jackson of Pulp Fiction. Say it one more time. I dare you. I double dare you.
Wofford has made the FCS playoffs 3 times in a row. So I mean, they're not that bad of a team at running triple option. So we have a lot of experience playing them.
I didn't realize Louisiana was ranked 20.
Louisiana had the team?
I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
Louisiana and Appalachian State play. They're ranked 20. I don't know which team that is. It's Hawaii, Boise State, then it goes Appalachian State, Louisiana. I don't think it's Louisiana Tech. Raging Cajuns. It's Louisiana.
Raging Cajuns. Oh, Louisiana Monroe.
Yeah,
that's right. Raging Cajuns.
Damn, I didn't know.
Hey, I'm going to change my upset. Since everybody's going with Iowa, I am going to change it. I'm going to be the one true fan on this panel. I'm going to say my pigs are going to beat Kentucky. That would be an upset. That would fucking be an upset.
Prediction?
I'm down with that. Hell yeah.
Hey, thank you. I have one fan. Anybody else agree?
I think we can, but it just depends on which team shows up.
Wait, where's it at? Where's it at?
Lexington, Kentucky.
It don't matter. Kentucky doesn't have the same team they had last year, and their starting quarterback is hurt. So I mean, and their run game hasn't been doing shit so far this year.
That's a good pick. I'll go with that's a good one.
Well, I already said my one main upset was Iowa over Penn State, but my other upset is actually the WVU over Iowa State. They're 10.5 underdogs.
Oh, I think West Virginia can beat Iowa State. Iowa State falls all over themselves.
Well, it's always a tough matchup. It used to be when Dana ran stuff because they were so similar. So,
right.
Hey, Rod, who you going with, brother?
That's what I just said, Blake.
No, you broke up. You broke up. I didn't hear you. What?
WVU over Iowa State. I already had said.
Okay.
Iowa already.
Okay. Cool, bro. Cool.
Iowa State only seems to play when they play really big ranked teams. So I can see that's a good one too.
Yeah. I'm going with Texas Tech over Baylor.
That's a good one. I looked at that one too pretty heavily.
Texas Tech took and beat Oklahoma State this past week.
Is somebody writing this down? Like who picked who?
Go back to the video.
I just write mine.
I am.
I'm going to go back through once everything.
Go back to hour 1, 18th minute. 48.
Yeah. The only one that matters.
I like. Hashtag timestamp. Who knows what's up?
Yeah, hell, I'll probably go through and put do the upset predictions with timestamps in the description this go around.
Hey, you ought to, bro. That's a good idea.
I like it.
I actually like this format where it's a little bit more. We're still going to talk all the shit we want to talk, but we
at
least got.
You did it.
Hey, you just wait till Arkansas plays your little Crimson whatever. You just wait.
I'm gonna go grab another beer since Blake's talking drunk. So
see, I scared him off, folks. He knows Alabama gonna lose. That's why he's going to get a beer. Y'all see this shit? Everybody zoom. Oh shit, we can't.
You got him on the ropes, Blake. You got him on the ropes.
I got him on the ropes, man, like Muhammad Ali, brother. Just like Muhammad.
Nobody's taking USC over Notre Dame.
Nah, Notre Dame.
Hey, USC could win it anyway.
Yeah,
like I told y'all, Alabama is the greatest team of all time.
Well, USC's on their third string quarterback by now, and he's even doing well. I can't say nothing. His performance is really good, but I just think that it's borrowed time before some of the chinks start to show up in the offense. When you got third string, things are still not going to mess. When you run against a really solid defense like Notre Dame, I don't think you're going to see.
Whenever it comes to this, is what hurts me about Alabama. Whenever Paul Feinbaum picks Ohio State over Alabama, something's bad in Alabama because that guy, he's on this whole level with Alabama. So.
He doesn't have just
whatever he what over Alabama?
Something over Alabama. No, he's picking Ohio State right now, the best team in the country. I don't know
that's called that old fucking bespectacled motherfuckers getting senile. That's what it is.
This is a fucking G-rated show, guys. This is
right.
It was G-rated the minute you hit play.
What do you guys think about SMU being back in the 25 after pretty much?
Yeah,
since going back almost to when they were pretty much screwed by the NCAA.
Yeah, they were given the death penalty for a long time, wasn't it?
Yeah. Or they get screwed or they get caught. Which one of the two?
Hey, guys. Go Alabama.
Jeremy. That's a good one, Jeremy.
Oh, shit.
All you need is to show a bunch of turds with some corn in it and him picking through it. And
Jeremy, your ears look like a fucking car with both doors open coming down the road, you know.
Hey, you throw him out of the car, that motherfucker's gonna take off in flight.
Alabama only plays 2 games this year, LSU and Auburn.
Don't they play Georgia?
No, I was looking at the thing right now. I see A&M, which is a chump. Tennessee's a super chump. Arkansas might as well go home.
Oh,
LSU, going to give them some shit. Mississippi State's another. Mississippi State ain't that good this year at all. And wherever they dug WCU up at, I don't know what WCU.
You mentioned Alabama.
Wait. Hold on. There's somebody whose team has played Houston, South Dakota, UCLA, Texas Tech, Kansas. Texas, only good team.
Get them, homie. Get them.
They were Division I teams. This WCU, is that a Division I team?
Western Carolina? Yeah.
Wow. Well, I take it back to him, but I just don't see them being.
Wait, South Dakota getting to be a Division I team.
Wait a minute, Mercer. That is not a Division I team. No way.
Not Mercer.
Hold on. Hold on.
No way.
I've been drinking all night. I'm gonna go at 4:30 in the morning to the damn Waffle House. Say, baby, I want some of that damn Mercer and some Wofford. And they're gonna cook it all up for me. It's gonna taste really good. I'm
saying, I'm a Clemson fan. I can't say shit about a week schedule right now.
Wofford Reserve.
South Dakota is in the same damn thing as Mercer. They're in the football championship.
Division. FCS. Yeah,
they're the FCS.
But South Dakota won it like 5 years in a row or something.
No, that's South Dakota State, homie. That's not South Dakota.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, that's not the Jackrabbit. It's the Bison.
Y'all like paying small teams $1 million to come play y'all too. I mean, shit, y'all full of small teams over there.
I tell you what I would like to see, and this is the truth. If the NCAA is concerned, they've got to start taking some of this bullshit out of the playing these weak teams like that.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Alabama, Oklahoma.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing Saban said.
Yeah,
he said we need to play 2 Power 5 teams and then SEC schedule for the rest of the year.
That's what sucks for Clemson. It's a state law for Clemson. We have to play 2 in-state teams every year. So you got us, South Carolina, and then either Furman, South Carolina State, the Citadel, or Wofford. That's it. That's the only teams we have to choose from.
Yeah, South Carolina's a Division I team. And South Carolina can have really good years.
Hey, baby, how much that Furman cost?
NCAA needs to step up and do something about this because, it all started with Bill Snyder and K-State, and they went in there and started playing all them damn weak-ass teams so he could get K-State looking good. Now, I like Bill Snyder. He's a good guy. My wife met him. I've got nothing cross to say about him. But he built K-State on them damn weak-ass teams. Then when they got some confidence in themselves, but trouble is, we've got big schools playing the same game. And
all the big schools have Cupcake City early in the season. Ohio State does it here. Michigan does it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
A lot of states have those laws. A lot of states have those laws where you got to play a smaller school just to give them more recognition and money. So you've got to schedule them no matter what. And I hate it because I would rather schedule a Pac-12 team or somebody just outside of what we usually play to come in here and play just for the notoriety to get actually for recruiting to get our name on the West Coast. But y'all gotta excuse me. I gotta go to the little Gamecocks room. I'll be right back.
For a while we had to play Marshall just for funding and stuff. So but I mean, all the schools want their Cupcake City for the first 1 or 2 games to get them off to a good start.
I don't mind one game like that, but it's getting to the point where you can't really gauge how good a team is, in all honesty, until 3/4 of the way through the season. Then when you get 3/4 of the way to the season, let's say LSU rolls in and whoops Alabama, or we lose this weekend to Texas like 25 points or some shit.
Yeah.
We have no way of seeing that coming with the teams and the schedule you've played prior to that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's why they wait till like week 6 or so to start the playoff thing.
Right. I just think I've been kind of thinking about really hard the last couple of years. It's really it's getting a little grotesque in my mind.
I completely agree.
So see, that's the thing is I love FCS football. I love it. It's fun to watch. It's a little bit more close-knit, I guess, kind of community with FCS. And I follow it because, as you see from my hat, my Montana State Bobcats play FSU or FCS football. I love watching it, and it's just as much fun for me as Division I. So I like watching. And
high school, we have 8. My little school, my wife's the principal here in this town. It's 8-man football. It's the funnest damn football you ever went to watch.
Yes, it is.
When he gets past the secondary, if he's the quickest boy on the field, it's fun.
It was the same way. I'm from South Carolina, so it was always Clemson and all this. But when I went to college at Montana State, I got introduced to not only FCS football, but a lot of those teams up there, like you said, is 8-man football. Yeah. Man, those guys, they're big cornbread motherfuckers. They play football hard.
Oh, yeah.
When you play 8-man football, what players are you not using?
You got, on your offense, you've got 2 guards, center, and quarterback, and then you usually got 1 tackle either on one side or the other. And you'll have 1 or 2 wideouts and a running back, or 2 running backs and 1 wideout. It all depends on the setup.
Because we hear about everything here is 11-man football, but we always hear about 8-man football.
Yeah. A lot of those guys that I met when I went to college there, they said they played 8-man football. It was county-wide because some of those guys that I knew in Montana, they went to 1-room schoolhouses.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I watched the principal over the high school and the middle school. Nobody's principal.
That's awesome, Whiskey.
Just superintendent, her, and the counselor.
Guys, I already got the best offense of all time. I get tired of hearing all this crap about, you need 5-star. No, you don't. This is what you need. You need, number one, you need somebody who can kick a damn field goal. That's number one. Here's another thing. Don't make a shit what your line is. Every time you play, it's like Hawaii. You pass the ball. Never run. You have 5 guys. Listen to me. You have 5 guys who are 6'8" or taller. Your average quarterback is 5'10". He's already. Oh God, go ahead.
You got to find a different soapbox, homie.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest with you.
You're starting to sound like a Reformation preacher, and the pew's been the butts have been in the pew for too long. The sermon's going for longer than an hour.
I want to make a prediction, and it's not. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I want to be careful how I do this. But here's my prediction for this next week. I want to say Texas A&M gets pissed off and Tua gets hurt. I'm going to tell you right now. Tua got hurt last year, and I think it could happen again this year, and this is the game it could happen in.
I hate to hear. I don't want that to happen. I
don't want it to happen either, but I just tell you.
Tua took and played like hobbled all, but if you're talking about that kind of hurt, bro, you just took my breath away. You can't be saying that.
No. I'm just saying. Be careful now what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's out for the season or anything like that. But it wouldn't surprise me if A&M pulls some dirty shit.
Yeah.
Well, see, I was going to say
not Texas A&M.
Last year after the Texas A&M game, Tua was hobbled for the rest of the season, and it bore itself out not only in the Auburn game, but he had just come off surgery not even 2 weeks prior whenever we played against Clemson.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's one of those things where he was –
I have an uneasy
feeling. You can't be saying stuff like that, give me a heart attack and shit.
I don't think it's going to make a difference in the game. 100%. I honestly don't think it'll make a difference in the game at all, what's going to happen in the game.
No.
But it wouldn't surprise me because I'm telling you.
They're dirty, yeah.
Yeah. A&M's 12th man, but it's not at A&M, is it?
Texas A&M is not dirty. They are dirty. Their refs are dirty. Their fans are dirty. They're all dirty.
The refs are the conference refs.
No, that's just my opinion. Hell yeah.
I'm just saying
you should have seen that game they played us this year. Their dude, honest to God, ask him. He went helmet to helmet with us. They said he didn't do that, but when he got helmet to helmet, his knee went down. It was like 4th and 1. But they saw the damn knee. I mean, A&M's dirty, man.
They went to kill ETN in our game against them. They went to kill him, but he showed their ass up. So.
Yeah, he did. I'm glad he did too.
A&M's a little. They're just not quite. They're not the same team they was a few years ago. And I know new coach and all that plays a part of it, but
they're Florida State.
The problem with their coach now is Kevin Sumlin had some fucking decency to him in the way he coached that fucking team. Fisher's a little bitch, and it was borne out whenever he was a fucking Florida State, and he's taking and continuing there at Texas A&M.
Yeah,
dude,
Fisher was a great coach.
Fisher ain't shit, man. That dude, they gave him some cowboy boots when he signed his contract. Okay, if that's not the most George W. Bush shit you ever seen in your life, I mean, come on now. Come on now. Whether you're a Democrat, I don't care, but damn.
So,
like I said, it won't make a difference in the game.
Way before he went there, man. I'm telling you, one thing I had to give him, he was a country boy from day one, and Texas, he fits there perfectly.
He does. He does. I'm just jealous because my team ain't as good as any of y'all's.
Here's my thing with Jimbo Fisher, and
you know what I'm talking about.
Whenever he's at Florida State, it took over the recruits that Bobby Bowden had. He had 2 good fucking recruiting seasons there at Florida State. And then it's like he took in, because they couldn't beat the upper echelon, which was Clemson, and they even started losing to Florida and stuff like that under him. They were still losing to Florida under him. It's like he got upset he couldn't win the fucking big games. So whenever teams that might be close to them in the spread or teams that were supposed to beat them, he let shit fucking slide that they shouldn't let slide. Like, it happened in Florida. It happened whenever he's coach at Florida State. You could watch the games and be like, them motherfuckers right there are playing on a level they shouldn't be playing on. They'd have the same thing happen to those players in the NFL that Vontaze Burfict would have happened with the way they would play some of those games. And the same shit's happening at Texas A&M because he knows his team isn't the cream of the fucking crop because he's not that good of a fucking coach.
No.
But I make that statement because Alabama has a history of keeping a quarterback healthy pretty much all season. I mean, the last one was the guy that played it. Oh heck, that.
Well, before Hurts was
AJ McCarron.
Yeah, AJ McCarron was the last one that actually stayed healthy almost every year. Mm-hmm. Ever since him, most of their quarterbacks get hurt on and off during the season.
Yeah,
and I've just kind of been waiting for that shoe to fall, and this is the first game I think it can possibly happen on. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I hope it don't. I don't want to see nobody.
I hope it don't either, man.
But I'm just.
Whenever Alabama get to play again, even if we get to play each other in playoffs, I don't want any more fucking excuses. I want Alabama Clemson to go head to head. So there's no fucking excuses.
Alabama ain't gonna be there, buddy.
Well, guys.
There ain't no excuse for the way Bama played y'all last year. Y'all beat the shit out of Bama.
Guys, there's just one answer to all that. I'm sorry, y'all are gonna miss out. Arkansas is gonna figure out a way to make it number 4. Then we're gonna play Oklahoma. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I already see the wheel.
You mute him? Did you mute him?
Yeah, fucking little.
Hey, Blake, if you could reach through and hand me some of that stuff, I might agree with you after a little bit.
You're like, yeah, I see what you're talking about now, man. Yeah.
It's right here, man.
We remember last week.
I had to fuck with you there for a second, Blake.
It's okay, man.
Just really think, though, if Arkansas was really just awesome, Blake, you'd be hard to deal with on here.
You're right, Jeremy.
I'm just saying.
No, he wouldn't. He's still on my channel. I just took him. I won't have to hear him no more. Fuck it.
Hey man.
Brutalized.
Everybody down here is really cool and nice and stuff. I'm not. We're gonna kick y'all's Alabama ass. That's gonna be the upset of the year. Now I don't know how we're gonna do it.
Not nice. It's just the fact that you're delusional. Mental
illness. No. Listen, brother. I didn't figure this shit out, bro. Listen to me. Okay. We're going to figure out some way at Arkansas to get all your first team guys sick. I don't know how.
The flu.
No, not the flu. We don't want the flu. Like an ingrown toenail, and none of y'all can walk for like a day or two. Something small. You know? and then your second, third string team's going to come in there and just annihilate the fuck out of us. So
in ESPN, they say, which contender are you most confident will win this week? LSU leads 29% of the vote.
Really?
Wow.
Second at 27, Notre Dame, third at 24, Penn State at 20.
Shit, I missed out on live comments over here.
Oh, everybody's been picking OU out of the top 4 on most of that stuff you've been seeing on the weekends. You know, when they start picking who's going to be top 5 or 6 teams. OU's always number 5 or 6. So.
Well, whatever. This year, there's a lot of good teams. Last year, there was not. This year, there's a lot of good football teams.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see.
We'll have Georgia, LSU, Alabama, Auburn in the finals.
Auburn.
I don't know about Auburn. He had to do that. I see what you did. That's good. That was good. Keep it up. You'll be muted next. Alan's got that. He's got it right there. Wet. Mute.
Okay. Clemson or not?
Interesting Final Four because Ohio State's going to make a good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ohio State's good too.
I mean, now you could have Ohio State, and Alabama, and Oklahoma possibly. I think it'll wind up being Bama, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Clemson.
Yeah, because you think the SEC has to play each other eventually.
Yeah,
but you get a loss, come back with a championship and get in.
I don't see that whole 2 SEC fiasco this year because there's so many good teams in the other conference.
Ohio State has to mess up somewhere if that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Or Wisconsin too. Wisconsin and Ohio State.
Yeah, Wisconsin could beat Ohio State. I think that's a possibility.
I forgot about Wisconsin, so
at least Notre Dame lost already, so I don't have to worry about them messing anything up.
No, I'm ready. I watched NFL this week. I am ready for it. I watched a lot of NFL.
We're good. There we go.
There we go.
Great segue. And I'm not going to take and do all of them because a lot of the games were like, what the fuck happened? That's not very surprising. But, like, yeah, the Rams take and lose to the Seahawks. And the Rams, they just don't look – it's like they stopped feeding the ball to Todd Gurley so much. And they're relying more on the wide receivers like Cooks and Kupp and, Robert Woods and stuff like that. It's kind of weird because for 2 seasons straight, they just fed the ball straight to Gurley and then, played off the play action pass. And this year, Goff is horrible with play action pass. So, and then the Panthers beat the Jaguars, which was a pretty damn good game to watch. But
it was so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, and I got a question. Why in the hell do they still, when they talk about the Jaguars and Panthers, they still refer them to the expansion teams?
Because they're the last 2 expansion teams have taken.
That was 25 years ago.
But once they add 2 more, they'll no longer be expansion teams.
We need some more then, because I'm tired of hearing about that.
I actually agree with you on that. I think you need to add 2 more teams and add them to like the AFC North and I think the NFC West.
But no, I was so McCaffrey. He is a bad motherfucker. I'm sorry. He looks like he's on skates when he's out there on the field.
Yeah.
But have you seen how big that motherfucker's arms are this year? Holy shit, he's
it's scary.
goddamn. He takes and does a stiff arm. That motherfucker says, "Whoop." It's just something else this year. And I think Kyle Allen is better for the team as a quarterback than what Cam Newton is.
He's a more of a not just me, but he's a better team quarterback. 100%.
Well, see, I think for me the problem is the fact they've been trying to keep Cam Newton in the pocket, and after he hurt his shoulder, they changed his throwing motion, and I think that's fucked everything up for him. That throwing motion.
Up Carolina when Cam Newton he was always been more me, and he got hurt, and he kept trying to be me. And like you said, they kind of try to change the way that Cam Newton played, and it just doesn't fit him, which he was good at. And now they got somebody in there who kind of spreads around to the rest of the team.
Yeah, that's the other thing is the accuracy, because Cam's always been – he's never been accurate or had, that great a touch, especially in the short range. He's never had, like, really good touch because he's always wanted to use that cannon. But the middle of the field and, if you've got a wide receiver like Steve Smith whenever he first come in the league that he can just toss the ball to and just Steve Smith outrun everybody, he didn't have too much – there wasn't too much of a problem because Steve Smith could take and adjust. Well, now he doesn't have that, and you've got Christian McCaffrey. You don't really have anything else in Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
And Kyle Allen, he, like you said, he spreads the ball around a whole lot more, and which doesn't really do a whole lot when you've got Christian McCaffrey running for 170 and catching the ball 100 yards in the fucking game. But
and it's fun. That game was the most fun I watched ever last night because I'm also a 49ers fan. That game last night, man, when Bosa done that whole thing with the flag and planted it. Oh shit, that was fun. We'll get to that in a minute, but
yes, sir. The Texans beat the hell out of the Falcons, 52-32, and Quinn come from Seattle, and he was supposed to take and be this defensive guru, and that just hadn't played out at all. And Deshaun Watson showed the fuck. Him and Will Fuller showed out. 5 touchdown passes for Watson, 3 touchdown catches for Fuller. They beat the brakes off the Falcons. I don't see Quinn lasting past this season.
And what that surprises me because Deshaun Watson does not have a good line.
No, but on the flip side of that, Atlanta doesn't have a good defense either.
Yeah, so that's what hurts. That's what hurts Deshaun Watson, as you can see. If he's got time to stand in the pocket, he will destroy people.
Can I ask just a question?
What's that?
You guys know probably more about pro football than I do. Has the Atlanta Falcons ever played in a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they were actually beating the New England Patriots and wound up losing it in the second half. They allowed them to score 28, 29 points in the second half to lose. Oh yeah.
Because I haven't paid attention to pro football probably since about 2000. I still watch some games, but I don't really. I'm more college.
I'll be honest with you. The only reason why I follow as close as I do is because I got started playing the daily fantasy sports on FanDuel and DraftKings, and I don't have a whole lot of success with me, but I do take and win stuff, and I pretty much break even for the most part at this point. And you got to take and know the players and the schemes and all this shit like that. So
I started watching it because of this show, so I can come in here and actually talk during this time. I don't have a favorite. I have two favorite teams. I always cheer for the Panthers, but I don't like Cam Newton, so I ain't really cheered for him. Been a 49ers fan and a Texas fan because of Sean. I follow players, but no, my two teams are the Panthers and the 49ers. And I watched a lot of NFL football on Sunday. So just for this.
As a kid, in the early 70s, I used to watch. I liked the Miami Dolphins forever and a day. And then somewhere along about the late 80s, after they lost Dan Marino, I kind of lost interest in the Dolphins, started watching more of the Broncos. And that's about all I really do.
That's about the time the Cowboys started whipping that. You know what?
The Cowboys are getting in the ass right now. So, I'll tell you what, I said this joke last week. I said I like Cowboys, but I like even more watching Cowboys fans watch their team lose. So,
hey, bottom dollar, you a Stephen A. Smith fan, ain't you?
who is she?
Who is she? You know the white chick.
Stephanie Smith, right?
No, yeah, exactly. I love Stephen A. He cracked me up when he come out there hating on my Cowboys. I love that shit. He's funny as hell.
He does. Whenever he gets on a rant, he means what he says.
Oh, I know. I love Stephen A. He's so much more cool than other dude.
I actually forgot to take and put the Packers and the Cowboys score up, so I'm gonna let y'all talk real quick. I got to run to the.
Hey, it's
what
okay.
happened to that game? I didn't see it.
Take your time. Y'all ain't got to put up the score. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, y'all took and lost by like what 8 or 10 points or something like that. So
no, we just got whooped. I ain't gonna tell you what we got whooped by. We just got whooped.
Alan, what you need to play is what's her name? The Generous's thing when she was at the game. I was sitting in the Cowboys booth watching them lose. That was great. Ellen DeGeneres racked their ass on that deal.
You know what, Alan? I'm really starting to hope y'all kick their ass now. I can't believe I'm saying that. He hating on my hoes. Why you gotta hate? Why you gotta hate on me, brother? Hell. Hey, it's okay. Hey, I feel the same way, brother.
See, I've been doing this for 3 weeks. I can't figure out how to fucking do which side yet.
It's okay. Yeah, just point down.
A little bit.
Oh, this is what I do to Cowboys fans. Sorry.
Right. See, this man's a genius. I've been telling you.
Yeah. No, it's right there with the.
Oh, he is a genius. Hey, Rod J's a genius. Hell, all y'all are geniuses. I mean, y'all ain't as smart as me, but hey, y'all are geniuses.
I take what I get.
Hey, I take what I can. Oh my God! I thought Quinn was a defensive guru.
Roger, you've been quiet. What's going on over there?
What are you doing, brother?
He's trading stocks.
I don't watch the NFL, so
Oh, really? Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
I only like me just for this show. So
hey, Rod, come to the dark side, brother. You can be a Cowboy fan. America's team. We don't ever do shit, but we're still America's team.
I haven't watched the NFL for like 3 or 4 years.
I'm still trying to figure out who voted for this shit.
Who voted for America's team? Yeah.
What, the NFL stuff?
Who voted Dallas to be America's team?
Well,
Jerry Jones just said it. So
wait a minute.
That was back when Tom Landry was coach.
I'm starting to think it was America. Nobody want. I'm just being honest with you. I mean,
her name Debbie.
Could you imagine America's team, the Buffalo Bills?
Surely you guys are old enough to know what that reference is. Does the name Debbie mean anything?
Cheerleaders. When they brought the cheerleaders up to America's team.
More like Patriots, but okay.
Hell yeah. Did the Bills even have cheerleaders as cold as on that fucking river beside them with that ocean? Or not?
Yeah, when they get done with the game, they drag them out there and drag them across and cut ice.
Hey, I bet you money they so tight. They so tight ass they do the job very well. That's my prediction.
I get that reference, Whiskey.
Hey, Alan, I was defending you the whole time. Roll Tide, brother. Roll Tide.
I'm not very trusting of that, but
I spit my beer out. Sorry, that's a good lie.
And why not? Why not?
it's a good lie. See, I got the. All right, so the Saints beat the Buccaneers, and it looks like it'll be another week or two before Drew Brees comes back. Bridgewater, I tell you what, I'm surprised Bridgewater didn't have more interest from more teams whenever he was a free agent after being released by Minnesota, because he killed it before he had the knee injury. Derek Minnesota. Yeah. So
let me ask y'all something. Who does anybody know who the backup for Jameis Winston is for the Bucks?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't either, man. I mean, the kid can play, dude, but they figured him out. It's kind of like Manziel, you know. That's how you can always tell if you got a really good quarterback. That's why Mahomes is God, because this dude first year throwing no look passes, making the shit look easy. So then you give him a whole year to study him, right? He's still killing you. Now he'll overthrow it sometimes.
He didn't kill him last weekend. That looked a pretty.
Yeah, my team didn't do good.
That's not due to Mahomes. Mahomes has all the talent to run the offense that he's been put in.
Oh yeah,
which is by Andy Reid.
I saw that kid at Texas Tech.
Oh yeah, he was amazing in college.
They kicked our ass, and I was thinking, son of a bitch, man.
And we was actually pretty decent. They was just throwing all over everybody. He did everybody that way.
I would have traded Tony Romo and our hottest chick, cheerleader, for anything they give. I'll tell you straight up, Jay. I'd trade Dak for your boy.
I would take your offensive line. Our offensive line didn't block for nothing.
I'll tell you what, I'd give you our offensive line, man, for Mahomes.
Well, see, here's the issue with that, though. The thing is, you take and move Mahomes from where is that now? Because he's running a system now that's very similar to what he run at Texas Tech.
Yes, sir.
But Texas Tech had RPO, and they had a lot of crossing, and they knew how to take and clear people out. They'd have everybody go to one side and had that one person take and run out to the opposite side where nobody was at. And that's a lot of what Andy Reid has done since he's been, whenever he was a coach there at Philadelphia. So you take and put him in the Cowboys system, and Kellen Moore hopefully would be smart enough to take and change the offense to fit the quarterback. But that's not normally what happens in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
What you'd wind up having is I don't know if it'd work quite well enough. That offensive line, he could probably do a hell of a lot of damage still. It's just.
Well, Dak Prescott's never impressed me as a quarterback.
Well, just wait till Lincoln Riley takes the job. Wait till Lincoln Riley takes the job and he comes in next year and saves the Cowboys.
He ain't going to take that job.
Come on, whiskey. You got to have faith, brother. You got to have faith.
I have no faith. I'll disown him if he goes to the Cowboys. I will mark a cross through his name.
Yeah, that'd be like that. Yeah, that'd be like anybody taking the Browns job as a head coach. They just don't want it. And the Cowboys. The thing about it is the Cowboys. They've got all the money in the world to throw at people.
They ain't got the heart, man.
But
everybody done got paid. Ever since Zeke got paid, he ain't done jack shit. They all got paid. That's how it goes.
But Kellen Moore's also took and moved y'all to more pass-centric offense than y'all have been for the past couple of years.
Oh, I know. Could you imagine Tua and that shit? That's what the Dolphins are doing, bro. They're tanking like hell. The Redskins are too.
Well, so's Denver.
I'm just being honest. The Dolphins are going to try to get Tua. They need Tua.
Well, the Dolphins are going to try to get Tua or Herbert. One of the two. Those are the two top quarterback.
They got 5 number 1 draft picks next year. They're tanking on a reason.
They can get Tua and Judy and
shit. They could start a fucking franchise, bro.
Whoa.
You moved around. Wow.
Yeah, what happened?
Wow.
What the hell happened with that?
Now I know you want to get away from Blake, but I mean you didn't have to do that.
I didn't do anything.
How did you do that? That was wild. How did that happen?
I don't know. I didn't even take and put him back in. It's a crazy thing.
Hey guys, hey, America, I'm the innocent one.
Hey, America, don't believe a word he's just said about being innocent.
I can't believe you hadn't put the score up there on the Colts game.
Oh no, that's coming though. That's coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Cardinals. Kingsbury finally got his first win. The Bengals. Yeah, they suck this year. I mean, you lose the Cardinals, you're bad.
Yeah.
And
hey, what? How's that Murray kid? I mean, they beat the Bengals, but
oh no, Murray's fucking outstanding. Cliff Kingsbury is going to be the fucking problem the whole time, but that he's the coach.
Did they ever? They just passed a new law the other day in the NBA that they have to put their height out, their real height. So does that go with the NFL too?
No, that's just
a whole different thing.
Well, I was just curious because some people say he's 6 foot tall, dude. I've saw him.
He's 5'8" tops.
Exactly. Thank you. He's my height.
Yeah.
In real life,
I'm 5'6". He's probably a couple inches taller than me, maybe.
I tell you what, brother. Hey, Whiskey, my brother, he's a hell of a lot faster than us. I know that.
No, I would not. I would never argue that.
My fat ass have a heart attack trying to get to the 20. You know what I mean?
4 steps. I'm done. Okay, go.
Hell yeah, bro. If they tackle me, man, I'd be in traction. I'd be like, "Don't none of y'all touch me." Nobody.
I'm a solid enough boy. I can handle a couple of hits before I finally fade.
Hey, not me, brother. This is just an illusion. I'm not Cam. I'm not Cam.
So the Ravens beat the Steelers. I think the Steelers should tank for Judy. That they can give them Juju, and we give them Judy, and then they'd have whoever in the slot. I think it can help alleviate the pressure. If Ben Roethlisberger is hurt and he's out for the rest of the season, I don't think he's going to come back, to be honest with you.
I don't either.
I think the future is now with Mason Rudolph, or if they do bad enough, they can get another quarterback in there or something like that.
Well, I think Mason Rudolph will work out in the long run if they stick with him.
I do too, because he was a pretty heady quarterback there at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, and he thinks. He's a thinker and he's an analyzer. That's kind of how Roethlisberger plays.
How big is Rudolph?
He's not as big as Roethlisberger. I think he's
6'2" or 6'3", I think.
He's like 6'3", like 235. I mean, he's not very like Roethlisberger, but he's got the prototypical size.
Yeah. There's not many quarterbacks ever been like Roethlisberger. That's a big boy.
Built like a brick shit house.
Hell yeah.
No, but Roethlisberger's, I think he's on the lines like J.J. Watt, those kind of guys. They've been beat to death so bad that they're on their way out.
Yeah.
And even Kuechly, same thing with him. He still does amazing. It's just
he's not the same as he was his first 4 seasons in the league. That's for damn sure.
How much abuse can you take?
If the season ended right now, the Miami Dolphins would have the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 25th pick in the first round.
Oh, that's scary.
I'm going to tell y'all something. You could take the 25th pick from the Texans, and you could add like a player or somebody who you thought was hot shit a year or two ago. You drafted, put a package. You can get a top 15. Then you're looking at 4 top 15 picks, man. That's insane. And if you don't get the top pick, you can trade your 2 picks for Tua. I'm telling you, man, Miami shit, sometimes tanking's the way to go. I wish Arkansas could figure that out. We've tanked.
Know, bro.
That's a whole different thing.
Doesn't work that way in college football.
Yeah, it don't work that way in college football. Y'all got
I know, but we still tank, guys. We still tank. I mean, we're just not smart enough to figure out that it don't get you nowhere in college.
Maybe it's gonna pay off later, Blake.
Comes to that, when it comes to the Arkansas thing, you got the best recruiter in college football. So I don't want to hear it.
Who?
He's been recruiting great, but we got to see the coaching. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
That was like John Blake when he's at Oklahoma. He was a great recruiter, but he was not an X's and O's man. He just
It's kind of like Muschamp at Carolina. Muschamp recruited good at Florida. He recruits good for the state of South Carolina. He ain't shit for a coach, though.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, guys, it's nothing against Morris. The guy's given us our best class ever.
I think Morris is.
It's just hard for me to believe that something ain't going on underneath the table. We won 2 games last year. Then we get like a top 54-star receiving core. I mean, dude.
But the cheerleaders quit cooperating like they did under Petrino.
Oh, hell.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Whiskey, you want to hear something funny?
No.
You're going to anyway. You're going to anyway. The spot where Bobby Petrino fell off, they put concrete over it too. So,
oh my goodness!
It's now like
this one right here, what he just put up, or that's the best one he's put up yet. Was watching that game and watching the trade-off get his ass beat. That was the best thing I saw all weekend.
Hey, check it out. Lee Corso's here.
I don't know how he does.
Not so fast, my friend.
Not so fast.
But trust me, we hate him down here in Clemson. So
I
don't know why we booed the shit out of when Corso picked Clemson to win the national championship. We booed him. I was like, are you serious? But the Clemson fans booed him because he's always been like our Achilles heel. Anytime he picks us to win, we've lost. So,
he does the same. It's the same thing with Bama. I hate when that fucker puts on the elephant head. I'm like, fuck, we've lost already.
Yeah, but nobody's ever booed him until he come to Clemson. We booed him whenever he picked us on game day. And then he's like, wow, this is the first. And we got so much shit for that, but he's always been our Achilles heel in big games.
Hey, bottom dollar, that's how we feel about Gary Danielson all the time, dude.
Oh, I just thought that would be an Arkansas fan.
I tell you, it's a double whammy if you've got Lee Corso picking for you and Drake hanging around your team. If Drake hangs around your team, that's a death knell right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And he liked Alabama last year and shouted us out. And what the fuck do you know? Couldn't hold y'all's fucking jock strap somehow.
You guys should have beat Georgia. I swear to God, you guys should have never beat Georgia.
Ooh, I don't know. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna mute my mic so you three can.
I'm just saying.
Hey, Rod, what's going on, homie?
Because we don't even have a hole in the water where that game's concerned. I just was a watcher, and I watched Kirby Smart make the stupidest calls I've ever seen. He's got the game won. Second year in a row, he's doing stupid shit, and you're like, what the hell?
Hey, Alabama country. All they want to do is beat Nick Saban. So they pull out stupid shit to try to beat him, and Nick Saban's like, I know what the fuck they're gonna do.
I don't think so. I think Kirby Smart and Nick Saban's got some sort of secret contract wrote out. Well, you can go up on me the first half, maybe the first 3 quarters, but let me win the game, and I'll let you start doing it 2 years from now.
Well, what does Jeff Fisher and
video? Watch the video of whenever Nick Saban talks about Kirby Smart in the whole, puts him in the Coca-Cola bottle. Watch it. Just watch that video, and he has him down to a T. I mean, he trained him. He knows him. That's how the
Kirby still go up on him like he does. Both last 2 games they played. Georgia went in the game.
Kirby Smart is the same thing whenever Alabama coaches defense and whoever coaches their offense. Coaching defense, Kirby Smart, Alabama coaching defense. Whenever Bama got up, he stopped attacking and they took and played to protect the fucking lead. Whenever Kirby was the defensive coordinator, same thing. Whenever they take and play against Bama, and as an offense, they took and they played to take and keep the lead, not increase the fucking lead. And it's the same thing whenever same thing as a head coach there, Georgia. That's what's fucked them.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not disagreeing with you in any means.
I honestly think that's what's helped Clemson is that we're not from Nick Saban's coaching tree.
Yeah, that does help a little bit, I'm sure.
And it's a good matchup of brains, and that's what makes it so much fun to watch.
Well, I got our old defensive coordinator.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, I mean, he came right out of Oklahoma, and I don't think Oklahoma will take him back. They don't want to see it. I mean, they hate him there.
Stoops would never let Stoops was the defensive coordinator when he was at Florida under the old ball coach. Now he goes up and he lets Venables and his brother run that defensive coordinator position. Then his brother leaves, goes to Arizona or whatever. It's an epic failure. So Venables takes it over. Well, Venables, he blitzes like a nut. I mean, we've lost games because he just can't quit calling blitzes. Goes to a Clemson. I think the first thing your head coach said to him was, "We're not going to blitz like that here," and it's made him a better coach. It really has.
He can disguise a defense like nobody's business.
Yeah, he actually thinks. I mean, I have nothing against. He's a great, but he just couldn't take his foot off that pedal enough to.
And I'm gonna be 100% honest. That has hurt us over the top a lot.
I know. I told you it was probably going to happen. I don't know. I had a feeling.
What's that?
Yeah.
Colts beat the Chiefs 19-13. I said, sorry, Jeremy.
No.
I expected us to take and get run the fuck over, but, I was surprised. But they played keep away, basically. They took and run the ball all goddamn game.
Hey, Jeremy. I don't know.
Still got a rep.
Jeremy, I don't own that paper plate. What do you got?
I was over the Chiefs last night, and I was like, what the fuck? What? You got to look when Mahomes can't get out of the pocket and do what Mahomes does.
Yeah, he got injured too. He wasn't playing the same.
It's the same ankle that he got rolled up on whenever they're at Jacksonville the first week of the season.
I will tell you what, him at half capacity is still a damn good quarterback.
Our defense let us down though. They couldn't stop the run.
Hey, Jeremy, I'm going to tell you the truth, brother. I've not told you this man to man. It's my fault because I'll tell you why. It's my fault your Chiefs ain't doing good. The first game of the year.
Lost one game.
The first game of the year. Listen, hear me out, brother. Hear me out. The first game of the year, I did not. I do fantasy football. I had Sammy Watkins on the bench. He scored like 37 points for me on my thing. I still won the game with him on the bench. So I said, okay, I'm going to start starting him. And ever since I've started him, he gets worse and worse and worse.
I'm ready for Tyreek Hill to come back.
Hell yeah, bro.
What happened with Sammy Watkins last night? He got hurt. Have they heard anything about that?
No. I haven't heard. I haven't got to read up on it. I've been so busy at work.
Yeah, hey, he's right. Sammy did get hurt by that damn defense, boy. They shut his ass down.
We had a lot of injuries in that game. A lot of our defensive players got hurt.
And also quarterback too. I mean, it was the Colts came to fucking play last night.
Oh
yes,
yeah,
sir. Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
The Colts came to play and they showed out, and that's why they won the game. Man, they came to play.
Their defense is what impressed me.
Alan, what's the name of y'all's quarterback? Jacoby Brissett. I call him Brisket. Brissett.
He really didn't impress me much, but they just did enough to, the defense is doing so good to me.
Yeah.
He didn't do
is underrated for the Colts.
No, he didn't do anything great last night, but he did great enough.
I'll tell you one thing. In my heart of hearts, I honestly believe this, guys. Andrew Luck would not have won that game. I really believe that. He would not have won that game.
You may be right about that.
The kid has a hell of an arm, but he just ain't got the heart, and I don't give a damn. Everybody can hate me. Everybody, oh yeah, hi. Dude, you're getting paid millions of dollars. I don't know about y'all. I'd have the 6'8", 500-pound dude run my little ass over for a couple $1 million a year. I'd do it.
Well, he'd already been in the league for 6 years, 7 years at that point.
I understand that. Now I understand he's been hurt because he ain't had no line, but at the same time,
you don't want to take it. You don't want to take it and stay so long.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The other thing is you don't want to take and have a Junior Seau type situation.
You're right. You're totally right.
Blake.
Okay. Listen. Here's my problem with Andrew Luck. He should, if he wanted to quit, he should have told you before the draft.
Well, the thing about it is they were having talk before the draft, and they convinced him to take and stay. That's the issue.
Well, he got paid, so
yeah.
First couple of years,
they should have told him, "Hey, we're going to try to find some new guys."
Yeah,
because you're one of the best. Andrew, look,
he waited till 2 weeks before the season started. Oh well, I'm just done, and that's my problem with it. That shows lack of leadership. That's no fucking discipline, no heart.
He had conversations with them in the draft before draft time, and then after the calf strain took and manifested itself there in OTAs, he had conversations with them, and they convinced him to. And I'll just give him some more time, and he just couldn't take it no more.
Mm-hmm. And he waited 2 weeks before the season started. That's my problem.
Yeah,
Hey, listen. Only reason it triggers me because me and this guy right here, we had a big gig one time, and our drummer decided a week before our big gig he's going to leave. Oh, okay, so we got to call an audible, and we did, and we kicked ass because that's how we roll.
But that quarterback for the Colts impressed me. He's going to get better.
Hell yeah! Oh, he's going to get better. I'm just not an Andrew Luck guy anymore. I'm sorry, guys.
It's fine. I can't blame him. Hell, I mean, shit.
The thing about the million thing, though, if he's talking about if you got paid that much money, you would take the hits. Well, he's thinking about the next payday. He's already got paid for that. He's thinking about his future payments.
And you got to think, he got hit like he got hit more than any other quarterback in the league. His first 4 years in the league.
Mm. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Did rather well.
Yeah, he did do rather well, but with the injuries piling up and having to take a year off, and
go ahead.
OTAs, he was telling them, hey, look, this thing getting healing the way it's supposed to. He's like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Like, no, just they're like they tried holding him there. They did.
I understand that, brother. I'm not saying nothing bad about the man by no means, but I think here's my point. Cam Newton has taken more headshots than that kid. I think that's why Cam ain't quite on his game, man. Dude, shit.
He took more hits in the first 4 years he was in the league than any other quarterback in the National Football League. That includes Cam Newton. Cam Newton took hits he hit.
I didn't say hits. I said headshots.
Yards accurately.
I said headshots. I said
so
headshots.
He was taking off the run with the goddamn ball and taking hit in the fucking head like a retard.
To save him for his first 2 years, the fact that he could escape the pocket.
Oh yeah,
and he was as big as anybody else on the field, so that helped him.
Yeah, that's what's cool about it to me. That's why I always pulled for Manziel until he got too damn cocky. Speaking of Manziel, look at that shit. That's a coincidence. That was a coincidence. Cool.
That's good.
31-3. Baker Manziel. I mean, he's kind of. I'll be honest with you. I think it's the offensive play calling.
Yeah.
Holy shit! What about timing? That was awesome.
A team that has as much talent as the Browns. They have awesome offensive talent, and they got shut the fuck down. I love it.
It's the offensive play calling. There's no two ways about it. It's offensive play calling. I think Kitchens should have took and stayed the offensive coordinator instead of being the head coach, because he did a lot better as offensive coordinator, taking a run in that offense in what suited Mayfield than what's going on right now. I really do.
Manziel has the potential to be a great NFL quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And he's surrounded by the best offense that you could possibly give a quarterback, but he's young.
He ain't got no heart, brother. He ain't got no heart.
No, he's got fire. That's the issue. He's got the fire, but the problem is the play. I'm telling you. Because you take a look, Nick Chubb the last eight weeks of the season had as many run had almost his like second or third in the league last 8 weeks of the season last year as far as rushing yards. This year he's nowhere close to that. They're not feeding the ball like they were last year. They've got Landry, they've got Beckham Jr., they got Njoku, they've got another tight end, and they've got Callahan. They're trying to take and throw the ball too damn much is the problem.
They have a awesome offense. It's just whatever the fuck they're trying to do ain't working. I don't know if it's the offensive line. I don't know what it is, but they have the most talent you can throw at a football team that sucks.
Yeah.
You know why it sucks? Because it's fucking Cleveland. Sorry, Cleveland, but it's Cleveland.
It was like
if the refs didn't help LeBron James, y'all wouldn't have won the NBA title back in the day.
It was like the announcer at the Colts-Chiefs game. About the last quarter, he comes on there and says, yeah, the Colts, though, nobody wins games with running games anymore. It's all pass. I mean, this ain't going to happen. And I'm sitting there at the end of the game going, well, they just won the game running the ball.
And then you watch
your freaking words.
Uh-huh. Game yesterday, and the fucking 49ers run it down their fucking throat and just destroy them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A running game will win a game. I mean, you can't run the ball only. I mean, it's got to be a mix, but you got to have a good running attack balanced with the passing attack.
What I loved about the game last night was the fullback action. It's so odd. You see a fullback just get the ball and run people the fuck over, and then just step back, fake it to the fullback for a chance, and then you get the tight end right over the top. That amazed me. It was beautiful football.
You don't see the fullback. What was that running back down at Tampa Bay years ago, that big white guy? He was more of a fullback than a running back.
Mike Allstott.
Hell yeah. Mike Allstott was a bad mother.
Yeah.
Woo! He's a bad mother.
I was say, when was the last time you really watched a fullback run people over and get the ball that many carries in a NFL football game?
Not very often.
In 10 years. 10 years. I mean, it don't happen.
Allstott was like a fullback Christian Okoye.
Yeah.
He really was. He could just run you over. And it didn't. Okay, the greatest play in the history of the NFL ain't the forward pass. It's on the 2-yard line. You hand the ball to William the Refrigerator Perry. Ain't nobody stopping 372 pounds. I don't give a damn how many stars you got on your ass. You ain't stopping that.
Especially when he's got a head of steam.
Exactly, brother. Height and speed beats talent every day. You can have the best. You can have the best cornerback, in my opinion, guys. Honestly, in my opinion, you can have the best cornerback in the country. He's 5'10", but if that guy he's guarding is 6'6" or taller, he's already got the advantage. All you gotta do is lob it up. You don't need a line. Fuck it, just lob it up. Every play. They can't stop it.
What I'm going to see is when the two teams I cheer for, which is the Panthers and 49ers, when they play each other, I don't know what to do. I love it either way.
You ought to support the Cowboys. Give me some, brother. Give me some. Give me some. Come on, homie. It's right. It's right here. You got to reach for it.
He might think the 6'6" wide receivers are the answer to all the issues.
Yeah.
Hey, Calvin Johnson. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, but Calvin Johnson didn't play against players like Richard Sherman, who's 6'2" as a cornerback. 6 foot is the
Randy Moss. Randy Moss is 6'4", my friend. Randy Moss. I love Jerry Rice.
All right, wait. Look, you're gonna switch gears. You got to give a fucking warning.
That was the warning. That was the warning.
You go from Calvin Johnson to Randy Moss. Calvin Johnson was good, but he also played against, like you said, 5'8", 5'9", 5'10" cornerbacks. He had the advantage. Nowadays, he wouldn't have the same advantage. You got people like Richard Sherman. You got people like Marlon Humphrey. You got people like Malcolm Butler. They're all over 6 foot tall.
That's cool.
That's the norm in the NFL these days. It doesn't work like that no more, cuz.
I hated to cheer for him, but Deebo Samuel last night he showed out. I hate to cheer for the man, but he showed the fuck out.
Hey, Ryan, give me some love, brother. I know you feel what I'm saying, homie. Somebody, okay, listen to me. If Shaquille O'Neal, 7 foot tall, was your
now you're talking to a whole different sport. What the fuck is this shit?
I'm just trying to make it
apples
bigger.
to oranges. You do apples to apples, homie.
No, I'm trying to make everybody bigger. Don't you get it? If I had, here's my point. If I had Shaquille O'Neal and some other tall people, there you go. That's your point.
Tall people.
And they just go deep and you throw it up, they catch it.
It don't matter.
Giant.
Randy Moss was still playing. Randy Moss was still dominating.
And see,
yes,
Randy Moss
Randy Moss was still dominating Richard Sherman.
Yes, sir.
Yes, because Richard Sherman couldn't keep up with Randy Moss because Randy Moss run a 4.3 40 as a 6'5".
The rules today, but the rules today allow for taller receivers.
I think the only one that could probably you'd have to have like a Deion Sanders to cover Randy Moss. Now Randy Moss will eat up other people.
And you'd have to have a Ronnie Lott as a safety taking a double.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting ready to say right there. You're talking. You got Ronnie Lott back there, and you got the 1970s, 80s rules. Them big, tall receivers get cut in half.
Mm-hmm.
They pay serious prices for catching the ball.
Everybody but Randy Moss. Everybody but Randy Moss. Randy Moss
knocked the fuck out of Randy Moss. He wouldn't have had a head left.
No, no, they wouldn't have caught Randy.
No,
Ronnie Lott run a fucking 4.3 40 as a 6'2" motherfucking safety. He'd have knocked that fucker's head off.
Roy Williams.
I'm not saying hit him, but Randy Moss would have still caught the passes.
Oh, he'd have caught the pass
on your body.
He didn't have much run after catch.
He'd have caught the ball, but he'd have got knocked the fuck out in the process.
See, now, wait a minute. You just told me about apples and oranges. You're skipping. Now you're talking about a 1970 team. With whoa. You did.
If you think about it, how many games would it take?
Oh, wait a minute. You're
Randy
also talking about a different
to
time
have
period.
gotten eliminated from the game with leading with his head today's game.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You're going to talk about I'm skipping. Oh, now he's going to take himself off.
He's winding y'all up. You see what he's doing, don't you? Winding y'all up.
I like talking about Randy Lott. Ronnie Lott. I love watching him play the game.
On that game last night,
would have been mad for Randy Moss anyway because he'd have been a safety. So unless you're going to put Moss in the slot, most likely Lott wouldn't have been on him.
Yeah, but you got Haynes. You take Hayes and Haynes off the old Oakland Raiders days. Them boys.
Well, they just hit you at the line and just say, "I'll take the flag."
Yeah.
Well, it's just like the Detroit Pistons. I'm switching gears, but if the Detroit Pistons was playing the NBA today, they would
every one of them would have been out the game by every one of them would be out the game by the second quarter. And so the other team starters, but still.
Mm-hmm. I'll give two things to the Indiana. Go ahead. What?
Oh, Bill Lambier, he'd go, come on down the middle. Cheap shot his ass, lay him out. Pick him right up.
Yep.
Bill Lambier.
Against the bad boys, LeBron would have call for those fouls like he does nowadays. They would just laid them out every time.
Yeah. And if Bill could
he comes through and fucking Isaiah Thomas with a fucking elbow in his fucking chin.
That is why Jordan is the GOAT. There's only two people who can call themselves a GOAT. One is Michael Jordan and one is Wilt Chamberlain. In a discussion. Wilt averaged
Michael Jordan survived Detroit.
Wilt played against a bunch of white motherfuckers.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter.
He didn't have anything. He didn't have any.
Have you ever read?
He took and played against people like fucking Kareem.
Okay, everybody.
What are you talking about?
Okay, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. Listen to me.
I want
everybody.
Mason got everybody wound up.
We're about to back into football. Basketball don't start till
it's preseason right now.
Who gets it?
Yeah.
I do because I got money on the motherfucker. What are you talking about?
Oh man.
I'll back in real quick. Back to this game, then y'all talk about basketball if y'all want.
Nah, I'm done talking about it.
Last night watching Bosa beat the ever living shit out of that quarterback. I loved every fucking minute of watching him against Menzel. Or not Menzel, but
Yeah, everybody was like, "Oh, this is Bosa's coming out party." They're playing the Browns, motherfucker. They ain't got an offense.
But no, just watching him beat the shit out of him after what he his little thing about planting the flag.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God, that was years ago. Let it go, Bosa.
No, it was so much fun to watch it. Just watch it play out. He planted.
So you an Ohio State fan then?
No.
Well, that's when that happened.
Boo. You hear the crowd, they're booing. Boo.
It was so much fun to watch him. When they disrespected him at his college, go there and beat his ass that hard.
Okay, well, there was a lot of shit that led up to Baker doing that. He just didn't grab that flag and decide to do that. So
here's the only difference. Baker actually had the flag. just saying.
I don't like either fucking team because neither one of them has beat Clemson in God knows how long. So who gives a shit?
How many times has Oklahoma ever played Clemson, or have they?
Neither one of them has. So whenever he right there and planted that flag and just got in his head, that was fucking wonderful to watch.
All right, so, normally we take and go through week 7 NFL stuff. I've got a youngin to put to bed.
I got to go too.
She's on the couch. I appreciate all y'all coming on to the panel. I enjoy this shit every Tuesday. So it says nobody's watching, but for the people who take and watch this after I take and post it, because that's normally how I get a lot of the views for this.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Blake, subscribe to Jeremy, Whiskey, Bottom Dollar, and Mr. Rod J. They're all awesome. Y'all all have a lovely evening.
Okay, whoa. There's only one way to end this. There's only one way.
And this is not the way.
I know why you're.
Well, hold on.
I got this.
And this is not it. Oh, what are you going to say? No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
The only reason this man is leaving because it's about to be his birthday. So anybody want to sing happy birthday?
Motherfucker, you doing? I'll kill you tomorrow. You see that right there? I'll take you sleeping on the couch.
Okay, that's the end of the show, folks.
Y'all can sing happy birthday tomorrow when it's actually my birthday, all right?
Well, have a happy birthday anyway.
Wait. We'll keep him here for 2 more minutes, and it'll be his birthday.
No, actually, brother.
I ain't saying I can't. I gotta put that young in the bed.
He got to put the young in the bed.
Y'all want to hang around for 22 minutes? I can leave this motherfucker up.
No, I'm going to go too.
I gotta go.
Yeah, just take us offline, and we'll hang out and chat.
I think Rod wanted to sing happy birthday.
We know Jeremy.
All right, well, peace out, everybody.
Cheers, everybody. Thank y'all for joining. Sub to my friends. Sub to me.
Thank y'all for watching.
Look at that.
Had a great time. Thanks for having us.
Hey, check it out, folks. Want to pull the hair back?